Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to a small after party. Just maybe couple minutes. Just in case anybody has any extra questions that I can answer. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, Archie, welcome to...
Hey, man, what happened to StreamYard? You don't like StreamYard?
I'm trying out this new thing.
Why is that?
Me. I'm always trying. Oh, it's a different app.
It sucks. I hate it.
What? It's okay. Let me drop the poll for people. Do you?
Yeah, I must say I hate it too.
Why?
It's garbage. Why don't you just stay with what works, man?
Because he's a liberal.
This one actually, when people super chat,
is it free?
It displays it. No, it's not free. Nothing is free, Arch.
It's not free.
Welcome, Oshin and REG.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
It's all right. You're using some new program here?
Yeah, trying out something new. Sorry if it's confusing, but...
That's a bloody thing.
We hate it. We hated him.
I hate it. I really hate it too, you know. If I knew I was using this shit, I wouldn't even come here.
Yeah, what the hell is
I wanted
this?
to plug for his channel, I think.
Jeez.
I really hate it.
Army, thank you for the sub. But you see how it plays the subscriptions and stuff? It kind of looks cool. I don't know. If people don't like it, then I'll go back.
Cool.
But
how much is this a month?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually,
quality seems better. Why is the quality better?
Not only that, you see how there's an orange border around when I'm talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually displays who's talking.
Like Zoom.
Yeah, that pisses me off. I hate that.
I just can't get it to full screen. It's like most of the screen is this ad for Melon. And then a tiny little box is the rest of us. I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
It
just sucks.
It's a bit messed up on my phone as well.
But like right now, Oshin's upside down on my screen. I don't know why, but he's upside down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also the chats are not that great. Logan Hall, $2. Arch, check out the animations. Oh yeah. Actually, they can't see animations until after the stream. Only I can see.
Oh shit, that's garbage. That sucks.
Watch the stream after. Maybe you like it.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's more. It's just different. You know me. I like to try out new things. But guys, we're here to talk about this whole Timepiece Gentleman apology. As I stated previously, I'm not a huge fan of this apology. I do not think, and I'm gonna play it a little bit later. I know that you guys have to go. So I'm gonna play the apology later. We'll go through it line by line in maybe, I don't know, maybe in 20 minutes. But look, do I want him to succeed? Of course. Why wouldn't I? If we succeed, the community could be better if it's a sincere apology. If he learned something from this, right?
Exactly.
I'm just going to take a toilet break. I'll be right back.
No problem. Look, I think he contributed to the wristwatch community in a way that kind of show that he created didn't exist until him. Obviously, Roman innovated upon it and improved it, but I thought that this whole trick that he tried to do was a disaster.
So my feeling on this is I was listening to the stream, Tim, and I felt that it was a bit too much of a pile-on for me. Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, God willing, I hope in everyone's life that they live for 120 years and they don't make mistakes. But you know what? We all fuck up. We all make mistakes, and it's about what you do with it after the fact, right? And so I think I take this not as like I'm going to hug you now and I'm going to forget everything. But it's like, okay, you know what? I'm listening. I'm going to watch your next step, and he is, there's a challenge here as well that comes up with this with social media. This I blame on social media. You don't know. It's hard to tell who is criticizing you for real and who is just piling on for virtue points. And it's very difficult for people to know where to get the feedback from. And so,
Yeah.
To Anthony's credit, to Anthony's, partially I'm giving him a bit of a pass here. He didn't see it. He just thought it was quote unquote haters. People are just hating him. But it wasn't until Paul Thorpe and Roman started to say, like, look, dude, this was dumb. This did not help. And then he took a step back and realized that, you know what, I screwed up. But it took that for him to realize it wasn't just a big hater fest. There was something real there. And I we got to keep that in mind here. And
all right. We're gonna go. We're gonna go through that apology one more time. We'll watch it together.
Okay.
And
perfect.
I think if you watch something like this very quickly, I think you can miss a lot of things that he is not saying. You're saying he apologized. I didn't see. He didn't, like, a first step is to acknowledge you were wrong. Well, he didn't actually acknowledge what he exactly was wrong for. What was he apologizing for? And I think if you omit what you're sorry for in your apology, I don't think that that's a true apology. Do I think he has a lot to contribute to the watch community? I think so. I think a lot of people, I think, were watching and enjoying his content. I think a lot of people got into watches by watching his videos, but I think they got into watches for all the wrong reasons. So at the same time, I'm very conflicted. Does a wristwatch community need him in this space? Ocean, what do you think? Does a wristwatch community need Timepiece Gentleman?
Look, there's room for us all.
Yeah.
On Instagram, there's a oh my God, I hope I remember her name now. She's doing photos of watches, but because there's lots of people on Instagram doing photos of watches, right? Wrist checks and so on. Some people are more creative than others. I'm not very creative, I have to admit, on Instagram. I think I put enough into the YouTube space, but
very humble.
She's no, I don't really put much effort in there, but she's like building Lego pieces with the watch on, and she's like putting the watch in with fruit, and she's doing all sorts of stuff. She's like super creative. It's wacky. She's creating these weird characters with the watch in there, and that's great. Then there's Lange on a NATO, and he's got a Lange watch on a crappy cheap NATO strap. The whole thing is just a gag.
Yeah,
it's making fun of these expensive watches. There's room for everyone, guys. We can all do something different. When Paul started, it was just him telling his tales of woe as a watch dealer, and I found it very interesting. When TPG came onto the thing, Roman had done a little bit of that kind of stuff already, but I guess there's no science to this. TPG came along at the right time, the right moment, with exactly the right thing, and it just worked. People were curious to see how watches are bought and sold, and somebody making money. Everybody likes to watch people make money. It's voyeurism, and we could do it. It's fine. I never had an issue. It's a little. It's very different to my kind of channel. It's a very different thing.
I like the way you said that, O'Sheen. I remember you were talking about another guy. You were talking about Jody, and you said it's not really my type of channel, because you're into more high-end watches.
It's not just the watches; it's the style of the videos, right?
Yeah, but I got to tell you, that's the thing with Timepiece Gentleman. It was starting to make me sick. Is that it was more flexing? Look how great I am. I got an RM. I got a gold Platone. You think, you know what? it just made me sick because the normal guy out there, me being, I'd say I'm a normal guy. I couldn't even get a bloody Submariner from an AD.
Mm.
I can't get a Milgauss. I mean, I find that a struggle.
Mhm.
And I just found it very slap in the face when he's flexing platinum Daytonas. He's flexing solid gold and then an RM. I mean, it was so far removed from reality. And then they had such what I can't understand is they had such disregard for their money. They go to Nick and Sam's. You know, Nick and Sam's is like $500 a meal. Nick and Sam's.
Not only they went to Nick and Sam's, when they were doing the prank, they went to Nick and Sam's just to take a picture and send it to you, Arch. Which is like, why would you waste money?
And then they had that $17,000 steak dinner.
Yeah.
And you think, Mike, and then they're hiring Lamborghinis. And once we get the investor, we're going to buy a Lambo. We're going to buy, I mean, guys, slow down. Have you got money put aside for your taxes?
There's actually, Arch, an accountant who
saw that. He's a Latino. He's very good. He makes some very good points.
Yeah.
Very good points.
I was shocked. I was like, wow. I actually, I gotta give them credit for monetizing like every aspect of their business. They're selling watches. If it's interesting and people are willing to watch this thing, great. But taking a whole week off, I mean, you know how many sales you're losing to make this video? It's
100%. Guys, I gotta go. I just want to say, Tim, I hate this Viking software. This software is shit.
Yeah, agree.
I'm not going to be using this garbage myself. I hate the way it's got a big black border for no reason.
Wait, I think I'll make it bigger. Oh,
it's just
look at
shit.
this. We can do it like this.
It's shit, Tim. Go back to StreamYard. See, I'm a loyal customer to StreamYard. StreamYard works. I pay my dues. I buy it. That's it. It's all okay. But this is garbage.
Well, somebody had to try something new out, right, Arch? What if this was amazing?
No.
On my screen, when I'm looking at it, Oshin is actually upside down. Like just his window is upside down because he's on the other side of the world, I guess.
He's upside down on my screen too. That's what I said before. He's upside down here.
Guys, I gotta shoot up. Love you, Zo. See you later, guys. I'm out of here.
Hey, Arch, take care. All right.
I can't see the comments.
You can't see the comments?
Oh, no, I can. Never mind.
Oh, there you go. I mean, maybe we'll get used to it. Look, if it doesn't work out, I have a week to try this out. If I don't like it, I get my money back. Ocean, what do you think? You don't like this either, right?
Well, just because I'm using my phone for the thing, and it's such a tiny window, and the rest of it is always information. It just doesn't look very well programmed.
Yeah.
But maybe it's.
It was just released.
Advantage. Oh, it was just released. Well,
just released. It's half baked.
Aren't you the genius of using something just released?
I'm trying to be ahead of the curve.
Genius.
Marketing genius. My favorite thing. Marketing genius.
But you see how there's advantages to this because I can have like a counter up in the corner to raise money for. I can show like how many donations I need. There's animations. When somebody subscribes, by the way, guys, if you're watching this stream, make sure to hit the like button. And it actually plays that somebody subscribed on the screen. It's look, if it doesn't work 7 days, I'll give it a try for 7 days and I'll go back.
Sure.
Yeah, I apologize. Look, I think
no problem.
Definitely on the PC it's like basically the same. But I'm on a phone right now as well, and I got this tiny postage stamp window. I'm trying to simul broadcast to my TV, so at least I have a bigger screen to look at. But it's definitely not as good. This is definitely not as good.
Does it cost more than StreamYard Premium?
Same.
Really?
Yeah, but it has extra features supposedly. Like you can't do this kind of stuff on StreamYard. But like
Tim,
yes.
I want to ask you a more important question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the Bear Clooney and Marco feud?
I gotta be honest. I don't get it.
Will that be the next story on YouTube?
Huh? It's great for ratings. I gotta be honest. Bear and Marco feuding on air is just great content for people who are deep into the mythology of the show. People,
I don't
Who should
think
we get?
mythology is the correct word, but okay.
Who should we get Oshin to feud with next?
ooh,
Well, I didn't feud with anyone. I mean, I just gave my honest opinion about that stuff. But yeah,
Toyota $5. Tim, we need an apology video for you changing the stream format. It was a bad PR stunt.
yeah.
I know.
Maybe I will, Mick. Actually, you know what? That's a great idea. I'll make
You
it.
need to
I'll
put
make
on
it.
like
I'm
a
sorry.
put on the Seiko just to show your humility, and then apologize.
Tim, do you even have a Seiko?
No, I don't. I have a. Oh, I'm
Hello
gonna wear the
Kitty?
Pepsi. I'm gonna wear the Pepsi to appeal to other GMT Master 2 owners.
You should wear the Hello
Nice.
Kitty.
JJ, let me ask you a question. Did Bruce Wayne on the Timepiece Gentleman's wrist sway you? Did it affect you?
No.
No?
It made it seem less genuine.
I just
Yeah.
If he would have
because
picked
just
like,
wear the Richard
like an
Mille and
odd watch
apologize.
that only a watch geek would love.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
Yeah, he's not that kind of guy, though.
Why not just wear the Richard Mille? If you're gonna apologize, why do you gotta lower your watch? You know, that shows it was kind of planned, you know? But in any event, I don't know. I don't like to kick a guy when he's down. I feel like, you know what I mean? Then it's just like kind of getting too much. But if you guys don't believe it's sincere, you have every right to not take his apology. I'm not endorsing anyone do it. You know?
We don't think that we're kicking him when he's down.
I mean, I'm not kicking
You don't
him.
think he's down yet, right?
I don't think he's down at all. I think Timepiece Gentleman will be as big as ever in a few months' time, or even in a few weeks' time. He'll be massive. I don't think he's going away. He said that in no uncertain terms in his apology. He found time to tell it, to remind us that he ain't going away. And I don't think he's down at all. And like, what's his name? Showcase watches. Oh, he's a broken man. You out of your mind, Showcase? What? Like, it's not the case. The guy's just he's going through a bit of a patch right now. He's sitting on a spreadsheet figuring out what his next marketing ploy is and how he's going to do some stuff and film it and make it all look right and so on. And that's that.
Hey, just a request, guys. Can someone in the chat? Someone's calling me a dirty Jew in the chat. Can someone?
He's gone.
Oh,
He's gone already.
Kill that guy.
He's gone already.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm just not on a computer where I can kill myself.
Don't talk about it. We got moderators.
Don't give that any oxygen.
Yeah. Right. Lolex, $3. Hey boys, great stream. And also Lolex, thank you for moderating for us. Duco Ted got a question for Oshin. What do you think about the squally?
I don't have a squally. I've never owned one. I'm not sure I can say anything about them. It's nothing to do with the price range or anything. There's a lot of great watches in that price range. Fantastic stuff. But I just don't have one myself.
What do you think about Smiths?
I like Smiths. I really like those. They just came out with their new one, and they have gilt hands on there.
Yeah.
Smiths are really cool and beautiful steel, beautiful brush steel. It has a very Rolex look from it, I have to say. It catches the light the same way as the Rolex ones do. Yeah, they're very nice.
What about the new Unimatic? Because that's the Hodinky.
I don't follow. Hodinky is not part of my lexicon. Isn't that strange? I'm in the watch world, and Hodinky is. Other than those John Mayer videos, I'm just not even about it.
Spoken like a true enthusiast, actually.
Yeah. LVMH. It's one of these, you know.
Oh.
It's the same
That's
price
one of them.
point as Smith's and the other one. It's like 600.
No,
Smith's
these
is
ones
much nicer, but it's hard to get. It's hard to
Yeah.
get a Smith's.
These ones are like
I really like
based
this.
movements for like $1,500, aren't they? These ones are more than the Smiths.
Oh no, this is 600. Just the basic one, but it doesn't have the. You're right. It doesn't have
They
the
had
bracelet.
3 of them. One of them
500,
was their,
like.
okay. Is it their GMT? Is like 1300.
Well, the GMT. I'm not talking about the GMT. Smith's is not GMT. But hey, I mean, sometimes, like one of these cheap watches is cool. It's, can't
Sure.
have all of your watches be super expensive.
Of course not.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
why I have a ton of Seikos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have loads of Seikos.
What do you
How
think?
do you
Did the Seiko's quality went down in the recent years, or is it's still okay?
I wouldn't know because I wasn't buying Seikos years ago. All I know is what I've been buying over the past few years in Seikos. I think they're incredible. Some of the first Seikos I bought were those gray Dawn ones.
Mhm.
The turtle and the samurai. My God, they're incredible build. They may not be your cup of tea aesthetics wise, but they're incredible build.
How do you like that
I
king
mean-
turtle that you have?
That king turtle is beautiful, and I'm never selling that watch. Now it's trading way over retail. It tends to happen when I make a video about a watch. But
I like it. I just feel like it might be a little big at 45, but I would like your opinion. How do you feel that it wears?
well, you have a big wrist, right? Like
No.
me.
No, about
he
7
doesn't?
inches.
Oh, 7
7.
inches.
Right.
It wears great on me. Some watches, they may on paper they may say 45, but they don't wear. Like I put on a 47 mil Panerai recently, and I know Panerai is big anyway. But I have to say, like as a 47, it wasn't obscene. It just the way it sits. So it really is how it's made. Like those Smiths, for example, seeing as we just mentioned them, those 36 mil Smiths, those Explorer, whatever they're called, the PS25s or whatever, those are 36, which should look like painfully small on my wrist, but they don't. Depends on how it wears. So, the King Turtle for me wears really well. And one of my favorite things is that cushion case and so on.
Yeah.
Seiko are incredible, but obviously there's, they have to cut a few corners. So there's a few, people say there's alignment issues and so on. Not on my particular one, but I can see that can happen. But hey, look at the watch you're getting for $500. Like, think about that. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really liked like Seiko's from like 3 years ago. And then like the new ones when I was in the boutique like just couple of months ago, I thought the quality just looked, the dials looked kind of plasticky. Well, I guess maybe it was the limited editions, and I thought those limited editions looked pretty bad. However, the solid construction is always great.
The rubber strap on that
Oh.
King Turtle, my God.
It's way better
Silicon.
than the steel bracelet that they have.
Yeah.
I think.
The silicon straps, absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah. Wow. A Bourbon Heart. Now you have a few Seikos, right?
Yeah, I got my my blue Alpinist right next to me.
Ah.
I need to go. I need to take a trip to the Alps as well.
Oh yeah, you got the
Just
rare, you got that blue one. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the American release of it.
That's really
I
nice.
actually
Wow.
have the green one as well. But
Oh, you have the green one too, which
Yeah,
just
but
shot
I'm-
up in value like crazy lately. By the way,
yeah, but
That
I'm a
blue
sucker
one.
for a blue dial.
oh, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful watch.
And I don't like Cyclopses, and that's kind of the newer one. Actually, the European that Glacier, I guess they kind of came out with a limited edition and then came out with like a standard one right after, which kind of pissed some people off. But the newer ones, I don't really like the Cyclops on them.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah, you have
I'm happy
you
with
have
the
the
blue one.
the one right there. That one and the green one, incredible.
That's a really nice nice watch. What do you wear that with? Like what?
Red Wing boots generally.
You know, I never got myself a Seiko. I went for G-Shock instead. I feel like once I started getting one G-Shock, then it's like, okay, I just have to stick with G-Shocks.
I honestly, I love G-Shock. It's a guilty pleasure. It's
Hmm.
completely guilty pleasure. I think they're
Would
fantastic.
you
Pound the crap on them.
recommend one to me? I've never had one. Which one would you recommend?
A G-Shock?
Yeah.
You know what? Like a Casio, it's a really nice way to go.
The old
There you go.
Yeah,
Kim hit the
maybe
nail
a
on the
clear
head.
one,
For a cool guy like you got to get the all black Casio, the matte
All black?
He doesn't need
Or
one, though.
clear?
He doesn't need one for where he's living. Like, you're not gonna go like rock climbing, are you? Or like whitewater rafting or something where you're gonna like bash it against something.
Well, you know, if I'm out on
Like the
if
turtles.
if I finally get my boat, yeah, the turtle I feel like is the thing I'm gonna bring out on the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend the Casio at all for you.
Casio.
You know what I would get if you want to get a watch like that? Get the Breitling Endurance Pro.
That is a really nice watch, but it's like 10 times the price of the G-Shock.
Yeah, O'Sheen could afford it.
Oh, that of course, yeah. I'm a fan of Breitling. I like Breitling, man. I don't know what happened to them.
Well, they got bought out. They got bought out by like a finance company or something, and they started putting all the watches through like backdoor and selling them online and undercutting all the ADs. They really messed the whole thing up. But I think that's all back under control now.
Yeah, because I got that Chronomat recently, and I have to say it's beyond belief, that thing. The detail. Let me put it on. It's right here.
Ooh.
This mofo. Look at that thing.
Yeah, they're beefy.
Whoa.
This one's a beefy watch, fine for my wrist, but guys, I'll do a video on it soon, and it's gonna be a pleasure to film this thing.
O'Sheen, you want to see the first watch I ever bought when I was 20 years old?
Sure.
Let me pull it out.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Sure.
You know, I like Breitling. I don't know. Usually, a watch would look better in the picture than in real life, but for Breitlings, it's in reverse. In the
It's
pictures,
always in reverse. What do you mean usually?
I don't know. For me, the Rolex looks better in the picture.
All watches are better in real life than they are in the picture.
I mean,
Unless you're watching my channel, I spend all that time making every watch
Yeah,
look
no,
amazing.
your watches, you make everything look beautiful.
Yeah, people. I get a lot of people saying,
Look at this
"Hey,
disaster right
look
here.
at
oh, look at that."
that custom. Oh, you put it back on?
Yeah, I put it back on. I put it on a rubber strap.
Whoa! When did
That's
this
not so
happen?
bad.
Well, this was from 2001 or something like that. 2000,
That's the,
2001.
That's the wrapper version.
Wow.
But the pushers are they screw down? They're all onion pushers, yeah.
No, they're not screwed down, but this thing is super waterproof. I've taken this in pools. This watch came with me from 20 to 30 everywhere.
Wow. I couldn't afford a watch on it. When did you get that? When you were 20 years old?
Yeah, 2000.
I couldn't afford a decent watch on this. Jesus. It's broke for a long time. But check
Weekly
it out.
hustle.
Look how it wears. Look at that thing. Come on.
Wow.
Let me see if I can get the light to catch it. There's so much detail on the dial, guys. It's scary.
And
it
that
really
bracelet?
is nuts. Like the Rehot is like a white shelf, and it has information on this side and that side, and it goes around like there's so much. It's nuts. Sometimes I was filming the Windrider cockpit with the macros. I noticed that the underside of the hands is mirrored too. Like they have stuff that they don't even need to put there, and it's on there because the indices have this mirrored high gloss steel. So when you're in there with the macro lens and the seconds hand goes by, you can see a reflection of the underside of the seconds hand, and there's beautiful detail on the other side. I was like, how do they even? It's wild. It makes Rolex look like they're lazy, I have to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I actually like, if you think about it, like how amazing is that Chronomat? And
it's incredible.
But you look at the new Breitling releases, and it looks like they're trying to make kind of paddock watches.
Yes.
It's weird. Like, why
I was
not?
a little disappointed with those
Yeah.
releases. I mean, they're lovely looking, but that's only because they look like a very famous, beautiful
Paddocks,
watch.
yeah.
I saw some in Vienna. They were all in the window in the boutique in Vienna. They're nice, but yeah, like, what are you doing, guys? I guess they're getting desperate because people just turned away from them. I need to like make some badass huge video and just give these guys a little boost if I can. That sounds a little conceited, but
I mean, they need a
it'll
little
help
bit of
if
direction.
YouTubers, do some stuff for Breitling. There's a video going around the internet of how they construct this watch, and it's like an hour long. It's super detailed. It's made by Breitling, but it's excellent. It's not just them boasting. It's all the work that goes into it, and wow.
Yeah. Is it the one where they show like they have like 7 locations?
Yes, that's it. All around Switzerland.
Actually,
there's a little bit of boring stuff there where they keep going back to pilots.
yeah.
Because pilots are the authority. It's like, okay, fine, okay, but just show us them like build it, like the work they put into just building the dial is like nuts.
It's one of the earliest YouTube videos that explains how watches are made and the complex. Yeah.
Somebody a viewer sent it to me recently because they saw I had it. And they're like, we assume you've seen this. And I'm like, no, I have not.
Wow.
I sat there. Oh my God.
I've seen that video before I've seen Archie.
Oh,
and I think when I watched that video, it triggered the algorithm, and then I saw
we should tell the viewers. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, just look up the building of the Breitling Chronomat.
Just really quickly, a question. A viewer is asking, is a Sky Dweller an upgrade to a Datejust 41?
Yes, absolutely.
It's like a Datejust on steroids, no?
So the Sky Dweller is a weird watch. It's not as versatile as a Datejust, I find. Like you're a bit more limited with it, in my mind.
It's the final evolved form.
Final evolution.
It's a final boss. Datejust.
I think it's a very versatile watch. It's almost exactly the same as the Datejust. In fact, a little bit even more sporty.
It's a little more. Datejust can be a little more. Datejust is a little more stealth wealthy than the Sky Dweller in my mind.
Sky Dweller's bigger though. I mean, it wears bigger. So
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I tried one on and it wasn't for me. It was a little too big. It looked kind of goofy. There's something about that. I don't know if they had to make that fluted bezel like wider to for the function, like to turn it with the functions, but or if it was just oversized for my wrist, but it just didn't look right on me.
And he's picking up a 2-tone on the Jubilee. I actually tried on the Jubilee, and I thought it wears better on the Jubilee than on the Oyster.
Interesting.
He says that the Day-Date 40 was a little bit too small on him.
Well, then that'll fit you perfect because the Day-Date 40 wound up fitting me perfect. That's why I wound up going with that one. I was originally going to get the rose gold Sky Dweller with the gray dial, but it just didn't fit. It looked a little big.
By the way, for the viewers, it's called the video about Breitling. It's called Super Factories Breitling. 3 words. Super Factories Breitling. It's 5 years old. The video.
It's a great video. It's actually really great.
It really is great. I mean, it's good for even if you don't like Breitling because you can see everything that goes into the building. But by God, if you don't like this watch after this video, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Do you guys think
they lost their way?
What is it? George Kern came in like it was a few years ago, and it seemed like people were like, okay, finally they're gonna head back in the right direction again, right? Because they're not the same company they were 20 years ago,
right?
And it's like they seem to be kind of trying some new stuff, but are they just not getting the traction that they need, or is it just they're turning a Titanic around? It's going to take a while.
I don't know. Must be tough for a company like that when they fall from grace, not for any good reason. they were the Wall Street watch for a long time, right? When you made your
Yeah.
500 grand killing on Wall Street, you went out and bought a Breitling straight away in the
Not a
90s.
Rolex.
And
That's why JJ got it.
what?
Well, say
It
that
was
again.
success watch. It was this watch.
Yeah,
of
the
a
Rolex
success.
became the success watch, but
Mm.
for a long
Yeah.
time, the Wall Street crowd in the early 90s and late 90s, it was all Breitling.
Yeah.
And I still know a lot of Americans who enjoy Breitling. I have to say, here in Italy, no one's interested in Breitling for some reason. No one.
Wow.
It's weird. Like the Germans like Breitling for obvious reasons, but the Italians are just not interested at all. Weirdly. Here's a fun fact that just came to mind. You know, the Batman. I think I have one here. Do I have one here?
I've been
Yes, I
laying
do.
around.
Yes, the Batman is fine. You know, this is expensive everywhere in the world, like on gray market prices. And Italy's prices are a little pumped higher than most countries. I've noticed. It's a very expensive country to be into watches, I have to say. And except for the Batman, and I recently discovered why. This is just a fun fact. Because as much as they love their Interround, they're obsessed with Rolex here. The colors, the black and the blue, is for a football team called Inter. The the Inter football team. They're from Milan, and that's a lot of Italians won't buy the Batman because they don't want to look like they're fans of Inter. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
So like every watch you look on Chrono 24, every watch is a little bit more expensive in Italy, or it's higher. It's high here like it is in France or Germany or whatever, or Britain, except for the Batman. It's a little bit cheaper here.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird? Like in the States, the Batman is quite pricey on the gray market.
It's a beautiful
but
watch.
It's a beautiful watch, and everybody loves it. But here,
People love the name also, the Batman.
yeah, doesn't that attract people into? I guess it does.
It's this SEO, search engine optimization. They kind of get to use the Batman kind of brand name without paying for it, because it's the people called it Batman.
Yeah,
And if you go, if you go on Rolex and search for Batman, it pops up. Yeah.
Yeah, they have it in there. Yeah, in their algorithm or whatever. Yeah. What was the original point anyway? Yes, with Breitling, I don't know.
Yeah.
It must be hard for them to crawl out of that hole. It must be hard for any brand. How do you do it? I mean, one of the great things is, and they spend a lot of money, is to get some celebrity to endorse. That's the big thing, right? If people see the watch on the wrist, then they get interested. And
I know a perfect celebrity, Oshin. Can you do a wristwatch check? Let's see it. Ooh, I think you could be the perfect spokesperson.
Well, it does happen. I mean, this is what being an influencer is, I suppose. Not that I would call myself that, but people see it on your wrist and they're very curious. And it was funny because I started doing putting products into the videos, which I haven't done much of, but a little bit of the Carl Frederick stuff and so on. I was talking to my sister-in-law, worked for Google for years, and she's a online marketing genius. And she was like, "You need
Genius."
She's the real
marketing genius, guys.
Yeah, like an actual paid genius to do this stuff. But she was like, the way it works now is. Because she was watching some of the watch channels. She's not into watches really at all, and she deals with huge, massive deals with Google and various other big online stuff. Anyway, I'm not articulating myself very well, but she was surprised to see on the watch channels how they're so overt with the plugs. How they're like, today I want to tell you about a great product I love, and this is it. Like she's like, this is not how we do things anymore. It's a study. It's proven that if you don't tell the audience what you're plugging, they see it somewhere in the video. That's better promotion. And I was like, well, I'm happy to hear that, because I don't want to be so overt about it. I don't want to go, and I like to drink this, or whatever. I don't want to do that.
It's better if a viewer asks you like, hey, Shane, what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, well, they'll exactly. They'll do a timestamp and say, hey, at 12:46, what was that, wallet you were holding, or what was that thing? That's really cool.
Yeah.
What you do is you just put it in.
Sneak it in.
You sneak it in, but you don't. You try to do it sincerely,
because people see so many ads, it's just so like.
It can get tiring, right?
Yeah,
it really can.
It's just like you see ads everywhere. You walk out, you see ads. You play a YouTube video. If you don't have an ad block, it's an ad everywhere.
I know, and a lot of content creators actually stop their video to talk about a product. Philip DeFranco does it all the time. I don't know why he does it that way.
Skip.
It's like it's a waste of time. It's nearly turning you off the product.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just in there, I did the Trieste video with Omega and Carl Frederic. We're like, we're going to send you all our stuff, and I was like, great, and I just used it. At a certain moment, I mentioned, I do want to tell you about Carl Frederic, but I didn't go on and on. I just went, this is great stuff. It really suits the channel, and, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't accept anything less. And that was it. But throughout the video, you see me arriving in the hotel room and opening the case with my clothes in it on the bed and so on. That the people are supposed to see that and go, hey, what is that case? I want a case like that. And then they ask you. And that's a better way of doing it. Like we all know about this Sylvester Stallone when he wore the Panerai in that film Daylight when they're stuck in the tunnel, and then Panerai exploded. They didn't talk about Panerai. There was no close-up of the dial saying Panerai, but people just saw this guy in these situations with his big arms and this cool looking watch, and they wanted to know what it is.
But no other character didn't come up to him and say, hey, is that a Rolex?
Yeah,
no, it's Panerai.
Yeah, is that right? They didn't have to make it so obvious. So, and in a way that subtlety has a bigger effect, and it should, because that's what we all watch. I mean, musicians, you see some great guitarist or something, and you're like, what is that pedal he's using to get that sound? You want to know. If he held it up in the middle of the show and said, by the way, this is the pedal I'm using, it would almost turn you off. So I feel like Panerai need their moment in that way. They need, or not Panerai, excuse me, Breitling.
Yeah.
They need that moment again. They can keep paying Charlize Theron and who else is
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah. They can keep paying them to be on the posters, but really, it's not going to do it as much as if, Brad Pitt's on camera in a Quentin Tarantino film with his feeding his big dog, and he has the Breitling on. That'll get it. That'll get people interested again.
Look, Breitlings, they're actually like I don't know why, but I don't like them online, but whenever I see one in the wild, I like you can see it from far. First of all, it's very attractive watch and it's very blingy. But it attracts you. You can see it from far away, and always makes me feel a little bit jealous. Like I'm more or less wearing like a Steel Sport, something very undercover, and sometimes like, man, that looks so good. And especially the chronomat with the chrome. That chromed steel.
Yeah, beautiful watch.
And if you like bracelets, there's a reason why a lot of people gravitate toward the bracelet. It's more important feeling on your wrist and so on. If you're into that, I mean, how can you beat this thing? It's like a bloody mirror.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Like there's just so much. It's picking up the light of everything around it. If you're in a room with blue lights, the watch is blue.
Yeah.
I was in a restroom, a public restroom one time in a supermarket. Not with this watch, but with the cockpit. I went into a public restroom, and it was hideous on the inside. It was all red. Everything was red everywhere. And I went into the bathroom, and I looked down at the watch, and the watch was red. I looked down, and I was like, "Oh wow, my Breitling is red right now," because all it's doing is reflecting everything around it. That's why the photos don't do anything. You don't know the watch from a photo online. I don't think you know any watch from a photo online. You have to see and wear the watch and see it in real environments to understand. But these watches, they look different in every single environment you're in. They'll just keep changing.
I have a guilty pleasure Breitling, and that's the Aerospace Evo. You know, it's not even a mechanical watch; it's the quartz digital with that analog reading on the same.
Yes, I know that watch.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think it wears really nice, but I mean, it's just it's a little too expensive for what it is. But I have to admit, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure, that watch, for me.
Yeah, I've seen that watch around. It's a popular watch, actually.
Yeah.
It's got the digital readout in the center, right? And it's an analog watch around it. Yeah. It's a bit like that X33, the Omega, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. That's a great.
Like that watch must be selling a lot more now because that amazing astronaut was wearing it. Chris, everybody's favorite astronaut lately. He even did a master class thing. Anyway, the guy who sang Ground Control to Major Tom in space. Anyway, he was wearing the X33. That's how you do it. Like, people are going to be curious what he's wearing. I mean, the American with George Clooney, if that film didn't sell 1 million Speedmasters, I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I mean? Because he's just super cool. He's always wearing the watch. It's in every bloody frame. But at no point do they push it in your face. It's just there with him all the time, and it's so cool looking. You know?
I think Breitling has to go kind of back to classics and try to make them a little bit cleaner, simplify, because the simpler the design in some ways, the more broad appeal it has to the general, like more people will like it. The less things somebody can pick on the watch, the more people will like it. It's not so much that you should make the watch, like to make the watch that everyone likes, there should be nothing that people hate on the watch. And that's why I think in many respects that Rolex is so successful, because they're very simple, clean watches. There's nothing extra.
Breitling should also lower its price point just a little bit. I feel like it's just a little too overpriced. I mean, you shouldn't be selling for over Omega prices, because I don't see who in their right mind is going to buy, let's just say a Breitling diver like the Super Ocean over a Seamaster, or maybe that's a bad example because Super Oceans are a little cheaper, but like a Speedmaster over. You're going to spend $8,000 for a chronograph, or you're going to buy the Speedmaster for $7,000. It just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. They should be priced a little closer towards Tudor or Omega, I would say.
Wouldn't that be a middle defeat, I guess? But yeah.
So I have a question for Oshin, and this is like, I don't know if it's the OCD in me, but every time I see the bracelet, the style like on your Breitling, and how the center links on it, how they're angled.
Yes. Yeah.
Just so that they're not square. Like, how do you get like, is that just,
I feel like
it's unique just to them, but when I see it, I'm like, like, what are you guys doing?
So you have OCD. That's what you have.
A little bit. I think so. A little bit.
Well, I'm one of those people who I prefer things to be off center.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, like if there's a wall in an apartment and I have to hang a picture, I won't put it in the middle. I'll put it to the left or to the right. If I have two pictures, instead of putting them beside one another, I'll hang one up there and one there. It's just different types of people. Some people want it all. Stanley Kubrick, for example, he wanted everything perfectly lined up and an equilibrium in all his shots. But others, they want something off. My grandmother was all about that. When I was a kid, she explained that to me. And I was a little kid. I had no idea what she was trying to tell me. But she was hanging plates on the wall. You know, these old women, they're like... but she had all the stuff. And I was like, why did you hang them that way? And she's like, oh, because there's nothing worse than something that's dead center or trying to be perfect. I'd rather it be more natural and off center. So yeah, I actually quite appreciate the fact that it's they're
diagonal
not
a little bit.
it's diagonaled a little bit, because let's face it, like was it Louis C.K. who said we must be the aliens, because why do we need 90-degree angles? And these are not things that exist in nature. But we need flat surfaces and 90-degree angles in our walls and our perfect temperature and so on. We're not comfortable on the earth the way it was made. Like all other animals are, and we're not. And I kind of got a kick out of that. It's true. I mean, look at my arm. What's perfect about that and symmetrical? Nothing. It's a mess. So you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So I actually like the angles like that. It's accommodating somehow for the arm.
I also like it because you can tell that it's a watch collector, a watch enthusiast can tell that it's a Breitling from really far away. It's almost like a Rolex Oyster bracelet.
It's true. You can see a Breitling from a while away. I spoke to Alec Baldwin on Instagram a while back, a few months ago, and he did a photo shoot, and I was like, this Super Ocean, you can tell you're wearing the Super Ocean. He's like, yeah.
That's pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's a Breitling Super Ocean in all the photos.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Like, it's nice when a watch is recognizable from across a room. And a Panerai definitely is.
Yes.
A Rolex is mainly because of either the Jubilee or Oyster bracelet and the Cyclops. The Cyclops is a big giveaway with the Rolex. And the one thing that producer Michael said that I totally agree with, if you go for one without a Cyclops, you're kind of removing some Rolexness a little bit. I have to say, you see a Breitling from across the room, it's a Breitling. You can't mistake it. Damn. And let me just say one last thing. Engaging the chrono on this, wow. I mean, because it's the B01, right? It's the same
B0.
one as... Yeah,
it's
the
the
same
in-house.
one.
The in-house.
Yeah, the in-house. Just engaging, and it's the same as... feels very similar to the Daytona. The recent Speedies don't have that satisfying feeling. Nice to talk about watches,
even
guys.
on
Not
Weird,
the time.
huh? It's weird.
Breitling.
So, I got a question for
Breitling,
you. All right, go ahead, Burb. You go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, and they carry that same design language into like even the aerospace, right? Like it has more of like the oyster links, but it's still angled. It's still not like perfectly
they do an
squared.
I mean, there must be
links.
some
That's just-
science
it's
to it. There has to be a science to it. Yeah. That it's
You can
that's
tell that's a
accommodating
Breitling
for
a
your
mile
arm
away.
hairs or something like that. Yeah.
Sorry, JJ.
No, I was just gonna joke around. I was saying, I wonder how a Rolex GMT would sell with black and yellow bezel in Italy.
Oh, black and yellow.
Yeah, like the Juventus colors.
Oh, Juventus, yeah.
No, Juventus.
Yeah, they're so into their soccer. It's like it's got to be a thing. Well, think about somebody who hates Pepsi and prefers Coca-Cola. I know a lot of people on those two sides of that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I prefer Coke to Pepsi.
Me too.
As long as it has the real like cane sugar in it, not the high fructose corn syrup kind.
Exactly.
Funny
There's a big
about
difference.
funny you mentioned the brand placement when what is it? Coke put it in front of Christian Ronaldo, and he's like, moves those Coke bottles, and he's like, drink water, kids. It was like their stock, like they lost millions of dollars just from him like moving the Coca-Cola out of the screen because he's like, no, I don't drink this stuff.
Yeah.
Think of the impact these guys have. Think about that guy. Yeah. Like, my God. Think of his agent, how many calls they get every day. Can you promote our product? All that guy has to do is put on and watch. And that's the beauty of it. They don't even have to talk about it. They just walk out with the watch on and boom.
It just has to be in frame with the guy.
Yeah.
That's it. Just in frame.
For sure.
So I want to go back for a second. I hope you don't mind. I want to talk JJ's comment on pricing and Breitling. I think what Kern is trying to do in terms of revitalizing the company, part of it is, the image of a high value watch is as important as whether or not it is a high value watch. And part of that is maybe setting the price a little higher than maybe you think, and it's part of a broader strategy. I agree with you. Like, I don't know if I would pay that much for it, but I kind of get the strategy on why they're charging their Breitlings, at the price points they are. And I'm curious what you think, JJ.
What about that? Do you think they're priced correctly? I mean,
I think
what's the price?
I think they're priced. I think they're priced correctly. Yes, is what I'm saying. Given the strategy that Kern is trying to do in terms of revitalizing the brand.
No, I don't think so, because once you damage a company, you can't just, say I'm going to charge more money and that's going to revitalize my brand. I think you got to kind of build up, a steady clientele again, and then maybe bring it up as it becomes more in demand. But I just can't see, like, let's say you don't know anything about watches and you walk in, if you have the choice between an Omega and a Breitling, and the Breitling costs, 20% more, I don't see how you don't go with the Omega. It's just got a higher pedigree in horology, and it's less expensive.
But
I mean,
but to challenge that for a second, you're walking in. If it's a new person and you don't know anything about Breitling, you don't know anything about Omega either, or you just don't know anything about these brands.
Right. That's true. But I mean, I just can't see paying more for a Breitling over an Omega, even styling wise. I don't see anything that great.
Fair. That's
what I
fair.
mean?
So guys, don't tell my Omega, but I almost think the Breitlings made a little bit better.
Ooh.
Like, is that Oshin? Am I like way off? I mean, you've had both. I mean, do you think, like, testing the pushers, do you think that the Breitling seems to be a more solidly built chronograph?
There is no doubt. I have a few Speedmasters. I have the 861, a couple of 1861 and 1863. There is no doubt that this watch is a superior build. No doubt in my mind. This thing is a tank.
Yeah.
The detail on the dial makes the Omega is a simple dial. We love to love it, and I love the Speedy. It's probably one of my favorite watches. But don't compare the detail on the dial with this. This is just a way more detailed thing. I'm going to do macros on this. I will do a video. You'll see it up close. It's scary what's going on. There's so much happening. And it's a superior build to any of my Omegas.
Wow.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think to JJ's point, I think the only reason you're saying that, JJ, is that it's because nobody cares anymore. The truth is that the watch is worth the money they're asking, and maybe more. Also, the point about, just making your price point, like pricing of any product is a weird thing. There's a weird science to that. I don't know this kind of stuff.
Perception. It's perception as much as actual value.
I go into the store and I see shampoo for $1.99, and then I see one for $9.99. I want the one for $10 because I think it's better. I have no idea if it's better.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking
it must be better. Good, Oshin. You got to keep your hair.
What? Yeah, I gotta keep the hair in good
$1.99 shampoo on this bad boy.
Mind you, the worse I treat it, the better it looks. Sometimes it's weird, but it has a mind of its own. But anyway, that's the thing. I look at Richard Mille. Yeah. I mean, they proved that. They took watches that absolutely look cheap. They do. They look. Some of them are completely plastic or almost completely plastic, and some of them have Velcro, or expandable elastic bands. Like, if you didn't know what it was, you'd barely pay $10 for it, and they're pricing them at $150,000. Marketing is a funny thing like that when you're like price points for things like that. It's much more about perception, absolutely. But I absolutely think, let's say we erased all history. I mean, think about Rolex, like the money they're getting for their watches that aren't really superior to Omega at all. Omega and Rolex are equals probably in quality. Maybe Omega are a little bit better than Rolex in quality, but it's all about perception. If you erased everything, let's we all do a Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, and we all just erase all our knowledge of these
What a great
brands. And yeah, great movie. And you put all these watches. If you put all these watches in front of me, all my watches, I would pick this one up and go, well, that one must be the most expensive.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Look,
Food for thought,
Because
folks.
Rolex, it's all about the brand name. There's so much brand name behind Rolex that it overpowers our ability to think and analyze the things that are in front of us. It just influences us so much.
absolutely.
But what happens though is then you worry about the secondary market. You're like, Breitling doesn't hold value as well as
He dropped off by it.
Omega
Maybe his phone died.
Speedmaster.
Second, let me see. I'm gonna drop the link for. You know what?
look,
I was
I've
also
done-
thinking about
Hmm.
Omegas.
Mhm.
They actually look higher quality than they look more expensive than they are because of the ceramic. I think ceramic has been so deceptive lately.
Yes.
Like once they got the tech to carve the ceramic, those dials that Omega makes, that's laser carved, right? Am I crazy?
Oh, you're talking about their the Seamaster
The Seamasters, right?
wave dials.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And so they have this. They can probably print those dials now like it's nothing. Every dial that they make now is ceramic dial. And okay, he's back.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, Oshin.
It just switched off. I have no idea why.
It's the app. It's the melon. Wait,
Yeah.
did we lose somebody else?
It dropped on me once already myself.
Brand new software, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we lost
it's
JJ. Get back to StreamYard. What is your problem,
Half
Tim?
baked. I like the way super chats work in this one.
Yeah.
Kidding.
So I'll tell you, in a couple past jobs, I used to have direct input into pricing of, and again, this is software. This isn't physical goods. But there was one point where there was something that we priced, and it was so unexpectedly low. The people that we're trying to sell to were like super stressed about it. They were wondering like, like we can't buy this. We can't put this in front of our management because it was so radically cheaper compared to what else was out there, because there was a perception that we were bargain basementing something with it.
By the way,
a problem.
Ari, I think I watched the video. Like there was a dealer who made a video about those John Mayer Daytonas with the green dial. And these guys, they said that they had a Daytona for like 35,000 that they were trying to sell. And when they priced it at 35, nobody was calling them because it was like the cheapest one on Chrono 24. And then when they priced it up at like 38, immediately they started getting the calls.
Perception.
Yeah,
Perception of quality. And that you're not trying to hide something. They think if you're going to charge it that low, it might be hot, it might be something wrong with
There's
it.
got to be something wrong with it. Madman, $5. Love Rolex. Hate the cryptos. Don't tell Duke or Ted. Have a couple of Rolex.
Cyclops.
DS 4000. Oyster Perpetual. Deep Sea 4000. Several Tudors. And 3 Breitlings. Tried to love Omega, but they leave me hollow. Why? It's the ceramic. I think this is why Rolex didn't put the ceramic on the dial. Like they obviously can, but there's something about the ceramic. If you have too much of it, it just feels a little like it has no soul. Just something cold.
Are you
about
referring
it.
to the Seamasters?
Yeah, I feel like there's just a little bit. There's something like it's so shiny.
I love my Seamaster.
Which one you got?
love my Seamaster. The 300, the one with the lacquer dial. So not the wave dial, but the one with the one made from 2012 to 2018.
Yeah.
The 2012 one. So it's the blue
2012.
lacquer dial. 1 second, let me turn on my
wave
camera
dial.
here. Yeah.
No wave dial. Yes. Blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing watch. Amazing. Beautiful.
Sorry, I mean, it's hard with my phone.
Yeah.
Beautiful watch. Seamaster
When
is
they
a
put
classic.
the dials, the ceramic dials. Oh yeah, Ocean, you missed. I was saying like, I feel like the ceramic gives an appearance of more expensive watch than it actually is. And
Sure.
now that Omega kind of perfect, like they can print out these dials now. Like I think it almost probably cost them nothing to make those ceramic dials. And then with the laser, they can put any design they want. It almost feels like automated watch. Like they can just make them
Well, I had
easily.
I have the 1993 Seamaster 300M, which I love, the blue one, the very first Bond one.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the new blue one, the 42 mil with the laser wave, the current release, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I made a video on it last year, and it's just one. The older one is just so much more elegant, so much more beautiful.
I agree.
They just have a classicness to it, and it's a little slimmer, and it's just the
That's
curves
why I
are
went for the.
smoother.
That's why I went for that one explicitly. I didn't want the new one because the new one, the escapement valve is much bigger. The whole.
Yeah, the escapement valve is really annoying on that new one,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and this
It's
one,
like
it's a
a
perfect size.
toothpaste, a toothpaste cap, right?
Yeah.
It's like a toothpaste cap.
No, you can't unsee it.
Really
You
weird.
can,
It's like
yeah.
well proportioned. It's just a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
good
yeah,
Nice.
watch
see,
overall.
and it's works well.
There
That's
you go.
beautiful. I would miss the wave myself, but you do have the applied logo on there, right?
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yes.
That would make up for that. There is a
Exactly.
waved one. There is the Rosemill waved one like mine that has the
Yes.
applied logo. It's a
Yes.
coaxial version of mine that came out after a while. That's also a beautiful watch.
Yes.
And the bracelet on that Seamaster, it's also iconic.
Iconic.
You can tell the Seamaster bracelet, like,
Yeah.
from across the room. So
I know people freak out at me, but I mean, honestly, the Seamaster bracelet that I have, I actually think it's, for me, slightly more comfortable than my Oyster bracelet. Like, swear to God. I know people disagree with me on this, but I actually find it to be more comfortable.
Dude,
than
they're
my,
silky. They're silky. You
yeah.
put them on your
Yeah.
wrist, they're silky.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
no
wonderful. The way it
argument.
contours is wonderful. It's definitely
yeah.
better than at least my Oyster bracelet.
Yeah, guys, there's no doubt that we the world of watches, there's a disparity between what's good and what's popular. There's definitely they're not related things at all. The best built watches and in some cases, the most beautiful watches are not necessarily, and in most cases, not the most expensive or most popular watches. Popularity has almost nothing to do with it. That's just I mean, look at Seiko. I wasn't even into Seiko. I got into Seiko by accident because I was in a store back in Vicenza, that other town where I used to live, where I started the channel. I went to a guy, I bought a lot of watches off him, a lot of expensive watches. And that day he got a big delivery of Seikos in, and they were all out on his desk. And I was like, do you mind if I take a look? And I picked up and I start poking and prodding these Seikos. And I start turning the bezels and things like this. You know, the things you want to know about a watch. You want to feel how it's made under your fingers.
Yeah.
And I'm like turning these bezels and these Seikos going, wow, like this is top level. And he looks at me, he catches my eyes, he's an interesting guy. He's like smoking a cigar, catches my eyes. And it's like, don't you know Seiko are some of the best built watches in the world? Don't you know that? I was like, no, I didn't know that. I mean, I know Seiko and I respect them, but I didn't understand. He was like, yeah. I was like, how much is that watch? He's like, it's $600.
Oh wow.
I'm like, can I take? I started buying loads. I was like, I'll take that one and this one and that one and this one and this. And the guys were looking at me going, one guy goes, quanti skai ghetto, which is a Veneto for how much money do you have, you asshole? And I was like, it's not that. It's like I'm used to spending 10 G's on a watch at least. And these things, look at that thing, is incredible. And what's it, $500? Yeah, I'll take that. Shit, yeah. Like I started freaking out, because I just realized these things were so beautiful and well built, and so much cheaper than what I was used to purchasing. So that's the world we're in with this stuff,
Wow.
But then there's the other thing. There's the status that comes along with that. If you do, let's say you give a gift of a $10,000 Rolex, are you going to talk it down? Are you going to say, you know what, truthfully, a Seiko is built just as well? Really?
That's
No,
not
you're
the
going to
point.
talk it up.
Not the
You're going to
point.
say, well, you know what, every man needs a Rolex,
Is
It's
is
just-
Seiko in Italy? Do they so Seiko will be at like department stores across the US, and it makes the brand like super accessible, but at the same time it almost devalues it, because it's like any normal department store where there's clothing and all these other brands, it's like it'll be there in the watch case, and usually it's not their best
You can
models
get it at
either.
Walmart. You can get it at Walmart. and
Exactly,
Target.
which is
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
cheapest like
yeah,
department store where
that'll
everything is
cheapen.
imported from China. Is it the same way in Italy where like Seiko's like all over the place, or is it
No,
you have to go to like a specialty
no,
boutique?
no, you don't have to go to a boutique, but only a watch store will have a Seiko. You won't get it in a department store.
Oh wow.
And usually it's watch stores that have, they have Citizen, they have Seiko, and a few other brands like along that price range. They certainly don't have a license to sell bigger, brand watches. If they have them, they have them used. So these guys, they have Hamilton, like they're an authorized dealer for Hamilton, Seiko, Citizen, and
Maybe
a couple of
Longines.
others. Maybe Longines. Can you say Longines properly, please?
Longines. Oh, I don't know how.
Longines.
Oh, Longines.
Long jeans.
Longines.
Longines.
Longinus. Longines. Ooh.
Which, by the way, I love Longines. But yeah, they'll have Longines.
Longines has been making the proper steps lately.
Jesus,
Longines.
Here's why I'm giving you shit over this, Tim. Here's why, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm doing a video. I'm editing one where I have this French girl, cute little French girl here. We're going around restaurants doing all the pronunciations. I don't expect the people to pronounce this stuff right, but I expect us as watch YouTubers to pronounce it right. Because if you don't say it right, thousands of other people, they'll learn from you.
I consider myself. It's like, I'll tell you this. I don't like watches so much. I like people who wear watches. I'm more interested in the people, to be honest, and why they got the watch and what we can learn. Me mispronouncing it. It's also like the people who are watching the show. They're probably learning with me in a way. It's just like,
okay. So, you're the Pied Piper. You're at the front of the crowd.
I'm the one who gets the blame for mispronouncing it. I'm the fool, the jester.
Oh, I see. Well, you're doing a little bit of an Archie thing by like saying Beazle.
I'm playing a little bit of a character.
I see
right?
what
Like,
you're doing.
Did you find that today's Archie show a little bit more interesting because of the character that I was playing? I think
What character was that? What do you mean?
I missed that.
Well, I think my analysis that was contradictory to, because Archie, JJ, and Marco, they jumped on the apology train and they just accepted the apology, and I thought, well, whoa. Let's not get carried away, guys, over here. And I tried to, give an opposing viewpoint, tried to challenge them a little bit. And by the end, Marco flipped. He changed sides. I was shocked that, and then, you came onto the show because you saw that I was the only one that was getting a little bit beat up. And I think, look, we turned out into one of the most amazing and educational shows that Archie had. Right, and we actually, seeing someone go from one side and then flip to the other We learned a little bit about the process, how people change their minds. I think
it was opposing views that people were able to discuss.
I mean, people hated me
Yeah.
for it, and they
No one
said,
hated
"Look,
you.
a lot of people liked my." And I think I expressed the sentiment that I thought was lacking on that show.
They
And
all just like calling you a communist, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Tim plays like your niece's deadbeat boyfriend that may or may not be on shrooms or edibles that shows up to dinner.
This is very specific, Birmingham. Very specific.
Jesus. Lord.
it's kind of what I'm trying to go for.
Stay off the weed.
Thank you for that. Oh my god! And by the way, Ocean, sorry for keeping you on the show for so long.
No, it's okay. It just got really interesting because we really started talking about watches, which is really nice to have a good chat about watches, like
I agree.
just in detail. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that there's anything wrong with talking about TPG. It is news. It is news. Anybody saying, "Hey, stop talking"? No, it's news. It's part of the watch world.
Look,
but, yeah,
I think
it's nice to just fucking shoot the shit about watches. That's
I
good.
like this is what I want more of. It's just sometimes we do have to give the people what they want, and that was what they want. And I do talk about what people want to get them in and to talk watches, to listen to the show and see like, hey, there's other kinds of conversations. There's not just the TPG out there. Lord Fleck is asking, should Grand Seiko rebrand? Is that name poisonous?
God, that's a good question, isn't it? Because it's got Seiko. Yeah, they're like $6,000 or $8,000 or above. I've never actually held one in my hands. I get a question every single day of my life. Why aren't you reviewing Grand Seiko? Why aren't you?
So
why aren't you into
revealing.
Grand Seiko?
It's a bit revealing about what Seiko, what the organization, what they think of their own name. Right? They wouldn't have used it if they didn't think their own name meant quality. I bet you they thought, oh, it meant quality, and now with this Grand Seiko, this is like ultra quality.
I'm thinking that they're regretting for using that name, and I almost feel like maybe they did some research and they found out, well, rebranding now is a little bit too late because it's all over the internet. It's almost
start again.
Yeah, it's almost like opening up a new shop. People know Grand Seiko. It's there's movies that use the Grand Seiko. It's like if Rolex renamed their brand name, and there are all of these references to Rolexes. People will go like, Rolex, what is that? And
no, you can't do it. You can't do it. It's very dangerous stuff. This exists in every sector, every different type of thing out there that's marketed. God, we went through this as a band years ago as well. It's funny with like take a band like Pearl Jam, right? Eddie Vedder is their singer, and he's the voice they're all listening to. And anyone who's interested in Pearl Jam live will want to see Eddie Vedder. They'll be happy to see him too. For a lot of people, it's the same thing. A lot of people don't understand a band is more than just a singer. And but still, no matter what he does, Eddie Vedder he'll sell out the Beacon Theater, no problem, 2 nights in a row maybe. But if Pearl Jam say they're doing a gig, it's Madison Square Garden. Like this, because it just has that wealth. That name will attract the people. You can't mess with that. Like once people are tuned into a name, you can't go back. I think Adrian from Bark and Jack was thinking about changing the name Bark and Jack a while ago.
Yes, he did.
There was like a year ago
video,
or something. Yeah,
because it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, someone was smart and said, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
You're starting again. You're starting from the very beginning.
You're right.
Because your name is that's what everybody knows. Now, if you really need to do it, you need to do it. But don't think there's an advantage. Don't think there's going to be a nice smooth slide from one over to the other. No. Yeah. You're actually scuttling the ship. and then starting all over again.
So you see this in business a lot in terms of when they have to change a name. For example, when there's an acquisition of one company or one brand from another company.
Yes.
So you'll see it's if ABC got acquired by Monster Corp, and then you'd see, for example, the way they would brand themselves, they would call themselves like ABC, a monster company, and they would then slowly but surely over time transition the marketing. But you're talking like a year, 2 years of work to do it. It is not an easy process to do that kind of a name transition.
Yeah, you can't do it overnight. No, you cannot do that. Yeah,
exactly.
It's funny because because RCA Records wanted us to change the name of our band for a little while, and had we done that, in the end, we didn't do it, but we went through like 1,000 new names. But had we done it, it would have been so weird because some other band could have named themselves Mr. North, the name of our band. They could have named themselves Mr. North then because it would have been free. Like, well, Mr. North is no longer Mr. North, so now we can use the name, and they would have had packed out gigs because people would have thought it was that. It's a funny thing, like what's in a name, but once you've built up. We would have had for a long time, we would have had that difficulty, people not knowing it was us. No matter how well you think you've communicated to all the fans and everyone, it's still going to get lost. It's still, you're really only reaching 10% of the people. The rest of the people don't care. They've got their own crap in their life. They don't care. All they need is the big signals. The big heavy signals. I call it the foghorn effect. If any of the band were around me right now, they'd start laughing. I call it the foghorn effect. The foghorn is, late at night, there's fog at sea. The lighthouse has a foghorn. And there's a reason why that horn just goes like this. It goes. Boom. It's the simplest message you can possibly give. It's going to travel for miles. Can you imagine a foghorn was like... It would never reach anyone. And no one would know exactly. But instead, it's just like... It's just sending out a message across space. And, God, we went through all that stuff about what a name is, why it matters, who cares,
There's something... almost I feel like evolutionary about what's it called, the brand name, and it's like it activates something in the human brain when we hear name, and it's like we get all of these things that are associated with that name activated. It's almost like same thing with fragrances. When you smell something, you remember other times when you smelled this fragrance. And same thing with the brand name. You hear it, and all of those you have all of the receptors in your brain firing and activating all these associations. You hear Rolex, you start thinking Submariner, diving. Like it activates a whole pattern that goes through your whole mind and body almost.
Yeah, but it didn't do that for the first people ever hearing the word Rolex.
No.
It had to be built
over a long period of time.
But the name Rolex was chosen specifically, I thought. Like the name itself was chosen because he wanted, it wasn't for anything special. It was, he wanted a simple sounding name that was, regardless of what country in Europe, it's something that is pronounceable. I mean, that was probably
clever.
One of the biggest reasons. Yeah.
That was very, very clever. But it won't stop. I mean, it will help, but it won't stop. If the brand isn't good and people don't like it, it won't stop people from associating. Like, it won't. Having a easy to pronounce name won't help a brand become great. It'll just allow that door to open very, very easily. I often wondered about where he got that name because I was thinking about Rolodex, the Rolodex, and then of course there was Rolleiflex, which were a very popular camera at the time, beautiful camera. Vivian Mayer, I've mentioned her on my channel a few times, amazing photographer, used that Rolleiflex, which is the camera that kind of hangs over your neck like a necklace. It hangs in your chest, so you're looking down at it, and you can talk to someone and get real responses from them, and not make them feel like a camera is pointing in their face. So I was thinking, like, around that time, the Rolleiflex camera was very, very popular. I wonder was that an inspiration for him? But yeah, it's true. Like, he chose a name that could be pronounced everywhere. It's like the word taxi. It's like the word pizza.
I was thinking ahead. Like,
everyone can say.
Very clever.
Everyone in the world can say the word taxi, and everyone in the world can say the word pizza. These are universal words. Sony, when you think of Sony, you think of that font they've always used. They'll never change that font of the Sony sign.
A brand name can prevent a business from growing over a certain threshold. And it's like, if you have a small business, it's good for small business, but then to go full mainstream, a name that's optimized is going to become super important.
Yeah, you're right. At a certain point, like L'Occitane, the people who sell the soaps and the fragrances and so on, they're very big. It's all over the world, but there's a certain point at which they will never get beyond, because I think most people have no idea how to say their name.
There's a couple things getting bunched together here. There's the concept of product positioning and product messaging. And a lot of times people make the mistake of treating them as the same thing. And you need to treat them with completely distinct strategies.
And remember, guys, Rolex, they also double down on these names. Not only is their name easy to pronounce, but each individual watch has a second nickname. It's a Rolex Pepsi. It's a Rolex Hulk.
Did they create those nicknames, or is that just what the market?
It's just the market created that. They created the environment where the market could do that. Think about their reference numbers are very easy. Like Omega, their reference numbers are incomprehensible.
Omega's stupid. Omega's ridiculous.
People can remember Rolexes by their nicknames. They can remember by their names. There's people who know Submariner, and then an easier version of that, just a sub. There's just there's so many layers, and everything is like, I don't think
there's no nickname for Submariner, is there?
Yeah, like a sub, or a sub could be a Kermit or a Hulk.
Oh, sure.
Right, and it's even easier, a Submariner.
But for a regular black Submariner, we don't call it the espresso or anything.
Well, we call it sub. We shorten it.
Sub.
Yeah, okay. It's just a sub. Or a subby, or bluesy, and it's not they're not genius for creating this. I think a lot of this was just accident in terms of that second layer, but it's the second layer that kind of pushed them even further into becoming such a huge icon. And other brands don't have these layers.
Seiko seems to be just, I think, slowly moving up market, though. I mean, if you go, I mean, they're an old watch company, right? 1880s or something like that, old. Right?
Very old,
I think that with the quartz crisis, they did a lot of damage to the Swiss watch industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like, undercut, right? And even like Japanese cars, right? As an American, well, there's these Japanese cars. Initially, Americans were like, "Oh no, those are Japanese cars. They're not. They're garbage. They're cheaper manufactured cars."
Yes.
But then companies like Honda started coming out with actually really precise vehicles that would outlast American cars. They were actually built to better precision, and so it took a while for people to recognize that.
Seiko has. There is a thing there with Seiko that. We have this idea that because it's made in the Far East, that it is therefore cheap. Mm-hmm. And it's I suppose it's kind of a racism in there.
But it used to actually, Japanese manufacturing used to be cheaper. I think even in Japan, Japanese and Chinese manufacturing is even different, right? Chinese
Sure.
manufacturing, it's like, nope, if it's made in China, there's a stereotype that a lot of
Yeah.
Americans have is, oh no, this is a cheaper made good.
Yes.
Whereas Japanese manufacturing, I think over the last several decades has actually significantly gotten better.
Well, the problem was that when you're doing something that somebody else is good at, so nobody wants an Italian samurai sword. You know what I mean? You know, like you want it made there, you want it old, and you want it original. It's like don't try and imitate who wants to listen to Japanese hard rock? No one wants to hear it. They'd rather listen to American rock or British rock, the real thing. They're imitating what the other people were doing. So that's what it comes down to, I think. But what happened with Seiko was like, yeah, now you guys are trying to do what the Swiss are very good at, what the French and British are very good at. But the truth is, like, the Japanese, think of the people. I made a stereotype. I think it was in that Seiko video, that King Turtle video. It's a bit of a stereotype, I suppose, slightly racist idea. But I was stereotyping them, saying, well, I mean, these are very precise people and they're very mathematical people. It's like, you know, I'm stereotyping, obviously. But why wouldn't we think that they can make why wouldn't we think that they can make beautiful watches when they're such precise people, and they have precise arts. They have 6,000-year-old amazing culture. So but I think people just had that association. It's like, oh, they make cheap, nasty cars, and that, you know, they imitate what we do in the Western world. So therefore, a Seiko is not a real watch, when in fact it absolutely is. I'm actually going to bow out, guys. I'm sorry. The phone is like on 5% power, so it's like it's a good way to think. Like several hours ago, I was like, okay, I'll get on Archie for 10 minutes. I'll defend Tim, and then I'll get back to my edit. And here I am. But at least I didn't get hammered drunk like I was the last time. It's embarrassing. Thank you so much, guys. A great conversation. I really enjoyed this one.
Ocean, thank you for stopping by.
It's always really got into the watches thing in detail.
Always a pleasure.
Have a great night, guys.
Hey,
appreciate having you on and for the honest take on things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was great chat.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice.
It was incredible.
Good conversation.
Wow. You know, it was awesome. Actually, it was awesome. I didn't think he's gonna be able to stay this long, but I guess because we were talking about watches.
We were talking about watches, branding, pricing. I mean, it was a great conversation.
Hey, you guys wanna watch that apology again and go through it line by line? What do you think?
I want to finish the Seiko.
Want to finish the Seiko conversation? Oh yeah, okay. What is your comment?
Let's finish the Seiko conversation and then let's do the apology.
So ultimately, I don't think they need to change the name Grand Seiko. I think it's inevitable that in a matter of time, like when the watch industry, now we see the Swiss as the pinnacle. Okay, yeah, there's you know some German and French. I get it, but generally people see like, oh, there's a Swiss watch, right? 20 years ago, it's like that was like the best watch to have. And
by the way,
Swiss,
I have a comment on that Swiss stuff. Another thing that Rolex got lucky with is that they moved to Switzerland because it was cheaper, but then it turned out to be a better, like, you know, like, they got lucky so many times. If you think about it, like this, it wasn't so much as genius marketing as there was a lot of dedication to do the business, to keep making watches. But there was a lot of luck involved in the Rolex. They just had the formula.
And to stereotype, to stereotype the Swiss people, but they were very precise people, right? They could tinker away in their cabins, even in the winter, right?
Yeah,
make very precise.
That's why actually the Switzerland was chosen, because they had these long winters that you couldn't do anything. And that was a really good way to earn extra money, to put together movements.
But it used to be cheaper than, it was cheaper to manufacture in Switzerland than it was in the UK or than it was in other places. and they were able to do it better, right? And so it took a while to build that reputation. And now I think that
Now
the
they have the
Japanese are
crown.
able to do it as well, right?
Mm.
For a little bit cheaper.
Got it.
It's like, okay, well then, you know what I mean? Like, what's it going to look like in another 10, 15 years? I think Seiko, they've been repositioning themselves. Yes, they have the Seiko 5s that are entry level, but even the regular Seikos, a Seiko Alpinist used to be 5 years ago. It was a $300 watch.
Yeah,
And now they're
because of the
over
brand, the Alpinist. That Alpinist name
Yeah.
gives it a little bit of an edge. By the way, guys, if you're watching, make sure to upvote and subscribe. It's very important reminder.
So this whole thing about location, implying quality. There's a great example of this, and a non-watch example. If you take a look at vodka, and you take a look at Grey Goose, right? Grey Goose was a 100% marketing move, 100%. They got some asshole in France to go make vodka here. It actually isn't objectively great vodka, but you know what? It's the perception of it, because it's made in France, which is where a lot of other fine alcohols are made. That they figured out how to turn that and created a perception. Again, there's a combination of great positioning and great messaging to turn that into something. And they prominently say made in France, even though it is kind of it's kind of shitty vodka, but in a really nice bottle.
The bottle is beautiful. The marketing is
Stunning
beautiful.
bottle,
The name is beautiful. The branding plays a when you drink something out of a nice bottle, it tastes a little bit better. I gotta say. I mean, it's not just, well, it's a kind of a good looking bottle, Talisker.
Yeah, nicer than a carton.
Yeah, nice. And,
so-
you got a nice quality cork. The feeling of opening is supposed to be satisfying,
the
and it's kind of
thump.
like
But
There are
thump
some
when you open
excellent
it, yeah,
box
absolutely.
wines, guys. I don't know why you got to judge.
why you just got
No, I'm
judge
not
whiskey
judging. I'm
by
not
its
judging. I
bottle.
love boxed wines. I love boxed wines. Like, there's some great boxed wines, but again, I know you're joking, but still, no, there's great boxed wines. But the problem is that the finest wines is out of a bottle that you have to like use the power of Odin to bloody open it with that cork opener and whatnot. Like there's this kind of expectation around what a good wine tastes like, what a good alcohol the experience is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
And a carton is just not it, even though I had some great stuff out of a carton.
What about these wine in the can? What do you think about that?
Or even beer in cans. Like, there's really good beers that are coming in cans now.
Do you have
It
to
used
drink
be
it
like, oh, it had
faster
to be
than
in-
the bottle, or does it? What's the trick there?
I wouldn't put it in my
There
fridge
used to
for
be a
couple
real
weeks.
stigma. There used to be a real stigma about beer in cans, and that's turned around. But it took a long time to turn it around. It used to be like a perception that, well, if you drink beer from a can, that means you wear your favorite wife beater shirt and you got like a big mustard stain going down the side. Like, there was a really terrible reputation about it. But I mean, now
PBR
it's
came in
fun.
a can.
Actually, I've got a can of PBR in the fridge, I think. But it's it's pretty. It's come around now. It's come around now where the cans are now back, I would say, a lot more than it used to be. And a lot of the microbrews, at least in the Toronto area here that we get, a lot of the really good ones come in cans, and it's well accepted.
Hello, shot.
Ooh, shot.
Can't. Oh,
He's
he's
probably
still
figuring out
learning
the,
this new software.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah, the software.
Because it's so advanced and amazing.
So
Yes.
this is so great that that it just kills the ratings. But look, I mean, I had to try it out, right? You can't blame me for giving a try to
No.
something new.
Give it a try. It's your channel. Do what you want. Use the software you want.
No, it's not. It's really not that much different. It is. It was just confusing because it might have been because Oshin was on a phone. Why he was upside down for me? It's just weird talking to him.
I have to be on mobile. I have to be on mobile today, and just right now, and I find it to be a lot worse than previously. But I mean, again, normally when you're on PC, it's really not that different.
Okay. Maybe I would look. It's still in kind of a beta. It's a beta mail. It's in the beta phase, but look, I think it's got more potential because the brand that made this is way bigger. Okay, and just seeing it come out with all the features, I think this is going to be the future. Maybe not this month, maybe not in 2 months, but I think look, all they have to do is just fix the super chats and fix a little the UI a little bit, just clean it up, and I think there's already like a lot of features. Look at this. We can do all
Give them
kinds of.
feedback.
Yeah, I actually they only have feedback on Monday to Friday, so I couldn't get to them.
And I don't know why
No,
my
give them.
my window's
that's-
cropped. Also,
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, mine
Don't
looks
know
like
why.
it too.
Oh, what if
Anyways.
you click on the video and you can see you can choose resolution. Actually, this is a new feature that I can change the resolution of my whoa, I think I just turned something off. Okay. Anyways, this is let's do okay, we're done with Seiko.
Yeah, were you wanting to?
Let's do a
More of a cod
reaction. Let's see. Did I have it? Let's see. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try out my video here.
Now, if I play it, can you hear the sound?
Hey everyone, I want to start by
You can hear the sound?
They're gonna
Yes.
catch up for a schlong party.
Wait. Okay.
But the best one you have, Birmingham, is Squally. That's the best one.
Squally.
From what I know, they were sending pictures of schlongs to each other.
You guys can hear the sound. Okay. Everybody can hear the sound. So let's watch this video again. It's actually quite long. We're just gonna watch it, or
Are we gonna watch it through, or do pauses and
let's do
like
some
a
pauses.
reaction, like an analysis.
Let's do some analysis.
No,
by saying that it's taken me a few days to get this video out there because I wanted to make sure the message I delivered was one of, truth and sincerity, and it was something coming from the heart. This is not scripted. This is no bullshit.
So pause it.
This
Pause it.
Yeah.
Pause it. Already, that doesn't make sense.
Right,
You want it to
because
be unscripted and come from the heart, but it took him a few days to get it out there. It takes a few days because you're scripting it. So
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a slight pass where he's really trying to figure out. He really needs to make his message clean. Like I understand what he's trying to do here, but you're right. It's a poor choice of words on his part to say that he was trying to unscript it. He wasn't trying to unscript it. He was trying to get his thoughts together because it's been an intense week for him.
I
That
think
would have been
he's-
the
yeah,
right thing to say.
he's
That would've-
trying to get his thoughts together because he doesn't know what he did wrong, or if he did something wrong, or why are they turning on me this way?
Right.
Okay.
is me being as real as I possibly can with you guys. The first thing I want to say is that I take full responsibility for the mess that I've created.
Okay, so the mess that I've created. Now, he's not really saying this is my problem. Is now we'll see if he clarifies on this, but the mess, if someone is watching this video 2 months later, the mess is meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't refer to the situation that he created. What did he create?
Yeah.
I
think you're being too hard. I think
What do you
you're-
mean?
again,
At least he's taking blame. At least he's taking blame. I give him
So look,
credit.
I'm clearly going to be in I'm accepting his apology camp. So take my bias for what it is here. I think he came out of the gate and said he didn't make an excuse. The sun got in my eyes or whatever the case may be. He said I fucked up in nicer language.
I don't think so. I fucked up is as worthless to me as the mess I created. In my opinion, he should be saying, "I'm sorry for creating this video that we now took down. We're sorry for going dark and not telling our friends why we're doing this. We're sorry for not only the mess that we created. We're gonna link it to the articles that talk about what we did. I'm sorry for literally we're sorry for to our customers for trying to do this kind of a publicity stunt."
Right.
You apologize exactly for what you did wrong. But let's see if he actually says, does he refer to the things that he did wrong?
I mean, I royally fucked up, and I admit it, I accept it. I took a big risk and I failed miserably. Now, while I went
So again, I'm sorry that my risk didn't work out. See how it's not really, and I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry that you guys didn't like it.
into this with the best of it.
Huh?
All right. Let's play for a couple minutes, but I have a bunch of comments I'm gonna make. But
let's keep going.
Let it go maybe for a couple minutes. Yeah.
Intentions, my planning and my execution and my delivery were far from good. They were horrible. You know, I severely underestimated the effects that this would have on both the watch market and the watch community. I doubted the people that were closest to me.
Again, I just have to say, he says this thing. He's not saying this scandal that we have concocted. He's using code words.
You know,
so I don't.
Roman.
All right.
I have a problem with
I
that.
need to comment now. I need to comment.
Okay, what's the problem? What?
All right, Sorry. Like, he actually is. So at the end of the day, he's not doing this for fine art. He's doing this as a business. And so he made a business calculation. And you know what? He didn't anticipate the blowback from this business calculation that he did. And he's admitting that.
He is not saying what he's sorry for. He's saying this. Now, here's the thing. No. Listen, this is the difference between you and me.
Okay.
You take him at his word. You think that he is sorry for the thing that you're assuming that he's sorry for, but he is not being clear. He's not saying what he's sorry for. Now, in his mind, you are just trying to by saying those code words, he is allowing you to place what you think he is sorry for. Like, he is letting you project yourself onto him, and he's not really apologizing for anything. He is letting you fill in the blanks. And that way, this is a classic non-apology, because you will just fill in the things that you think he did wrong, and then it's good. Because I've
heard non-apologies.
That's just
like, where I'm sorry that you perceived that I made a mistake. That's a non-apology.
No.
This is like, I fucked up. I made a mistake.
But he's not saying what is the fuck up. What is the fuck up?
All right.
What is the fuck up, Ari?
Let's go. So he's going to be talking about it, right? Clearly, there's another 10 minutes in the video. Yeah.
Adrian, Eric, Nico, Paul, you guys let me into your circle. You accepted me, you showed me the business and the ways, and you helped me create what we had. And I completely shit on you guys. I doubted the relationship we had. I broke your trust. I challenged your respect, and I can't begin to express how sincerely sorry I am. The only thing that I can hope is that one day I will be able to undo the damage I created. To my followers, guys, you've been with me since day one. You got.
Let's just pause it here. The damage that I've created. Again, it's kind of like it's left up to the people to fill in what is the damage. He's not addressing what was. He's letting you put it in yourself. Bourbon Heart, do you want to chime in here?
Yeah, sorry, Bourbon Heart. I know he took over this.
Oh no, I mean it's he. So here's kind of my understanding of him. Right, I don't watch all of his videos. Right, I've seen a few.
Yeah.
Super long form, kind of boring. I'm not super into the watch flipping thing, so I'm not like his target audience. My take on him, right, is that he ended up having a viral moment on, I don't know if it was Instagram or a TikTok, where this kid that goes up to people with really nice cars is like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Right? And he was in a vehicle. He ended up being featured on this guy's video where this guy's like, "Hey, that's a nice car. What do you do for a living?" He's like, "Oh, I flip watches. I sell watches. Timepiece Gentleman." And he gave his company a little plug. And then he ended up taking off, right? So it was this viral moment that he didn't, I don't think he planned for it. I think he just happened to be in the right place at the right time and got on this really viral channel. And he ended up giving the guy a Rolex later, right?
That
but
was
this guy has a
stupid
pretty-
to give him a Rolex. I gotta be honest.
I
Did he
think this guy
create
probably did.
another viral moment giving that guy a Rolex?
I hate to call it
Yes.
marketing genius, but that was actually a kind of a good genius move on his part.
It was a marketing mistake, I think.
A genius
Too
is like
expensive.
something unique. I kind of think that he owes this kid, and I think I want to say the guy's name is Dan.
It was a
something.
marketing
I can't-
coincidence.
I don't follow him. No, but he was kind of paying it back. And here's the thing, right? Like, would it make sense for if you would give Jenny L a turquoise 36 millimeter Rolex, people that have not found your channel would find your channel, right? I don't know that it would be worth the $7,000.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be worth.
Maybe not. I don't know, right? But if you were to give, I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo one, and he actually filmed it and gave you a shout out, right? Like, I don't know, right? Like, would that be a return on the investment? I'm not sure.
But the whole thing, the return on investment, this is why he got in trouble. He was trying to get the return on investment by giving money to charity. He tried to give return on investment by giving a Rolex to his employee. It's like everything is just like return on investment. It's just.
But here's the thing, right? So he had this viral moment, and then he has kind of built on that. And so the people that found him, right, his initial audience, these are young kids that are like, oh, what do these rich people do that have these nice cars? Oh, he's a watch flipper. And then they're like, oh, maybe I can get into, to flipping watches. And so that's the audience that he started building from, right? And it happened really quickly. And so I don't think he really respected his audience that much. He saw it as like, no, social media is like this tool that I can manipulate and pull these strings versus someone that has built up a relationship over years and they really understand their audience, right? Kind of the avatar of his audience. And so he went from that to thinking, oh, I'm going to manipulate this audience. Look what I can do. I can make everything go dark. Send out these, pay these second-rate marketing companies to pump this, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this scandal. And then I'd get all this clout. And then
the scandals never work out. I don't know. This was...
I think sometimes it does, but I think it's really hard to orchestrate and have it come off genuine. And for him, unfortunately, there were a lot of people that called him on it. Like,
this turned out to be into an actual. It wasn't a fake scandal. He actually created a scandal.
Exactly. He did it on purpose. And then when it completely blew up, then it's like, oh, well, we did this to show how like fickle social media is and see how well we can. How easy it is to manipulate people and like, oh, we're doing charity. And he's going 100 different ways. So it shows like, he's really not playing 4D chess. This was amateur hour and it blew up. Right. So now he's apologizing to the people that brought him in because of his following though. Right. The guys like Nico and Eric and Roman, they saw him like, oh shoot, this guy's, was able to have this viral moment. He's doing the whole, like, it's like this Gary Vaynerchuk style, which is annoying, but it kind of works. Right. And so they're like, oh, well, they brought him in because he had a following. Right. And now that he kind of plays them all for fools. Right. It's like, he doesn't have enough social media following that he doesn't need the watch community. It's like, no, he needs dealers to be able to buy, sell, trade watches. He needs flippers to be able to sell it to him. Exactly. And so
getting the stock is, and then if you're not what were they thinking? Creating doubts in trust.
But he hasn't been in the watch industry for 10 years. He hasn't been in it for decades like Roman that understands, like, I understand my customers. I understand, Roman understands his customers. He understands his audience. He understands the watch business. So he's able to do all of them well. Right. He doesn't know how to run a spreadsheet.
Roman. He should have ran this by Roman and asked him, "Hey, what do you think? If we'll go dark, would that be a good idea?" And then when we do it, just pretend to play dumb that you don't know.
Don't the ego got the better of him. The ego got the better.
I bet you. Right? If Roman gave him advice, let's turn this and make this interesting here. Roman gave him. Let's pretend he brought Roman into this to say, "Look, dude, Roman, this is what I want to do. I want to go dark for 7 days and do some charity bullshit." Which, by the way, I'm angry with. I'm still angry with him for this. But anyways, what advice do you think Roman would give him? Sincerely, what constructive advice do you think Roman would give him?
Who said, "No, don't do this. This is a mistake." I
You think
think
so?
I
Would
think
there
I
be an
think he would
in-between
say
there?
this is not the kind of viral moment that you want to create. A viral he would need to do a viral moment where he meets producer Mike or something like that, and he would probably be able to do a collab video with producer Mike easily. If he didn't do this in a month or two, he would easily be able to. That deal would be incoming, no matter
So
what.
so here's what's interesting.
You actually, guys, I
Timepiece
gotta be
Gentleman
honest.
has
I think it's all Archie. I think Archie got to his head.
so this is the thing. I
I
think
think so.
in a shorter period of time, Anthony was, and again, I don't trust like subscriber numbers because there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that don't have like genuine subscriber numbers. You can buy them, and there's a lot of marketing that kind of goes on with this, like, you know, this proof of concept things where people are buying subscribers. I don't know if he is or isn't, but arguably he could say, and this is I think where some of the ego might come in.
Yeah.
Anthony he has a bigger subscriber base on YouTube than Roman, right?
Mm.
And so I don't know that Anthony would go to Roman and say like, hey, what do you think? I think to a point, Anthony might think, oh, I'm better at this social media thing than Roman is. I don't need to
Good
ask
point.
him advice, right?
Yes.
Whereas Roman is the actual, has been in the watch industry. I think Roman is probably looked to Anthony a little bit as like, hey, what is this guy doing? Because it seems to be working for him. And Roman's trying to incorporate that into his business to make his business more successful, right?
Mm.
So I think they kind of have different skill sets a little bit, but Roman is picking up. Roman is able to incorporate it into his business to grow a business bigger. And Anthony still doesn't have as big of a business as Roman. It doesn't seem like. So I don't know. That doesn't really answer your question, Ari. But
No, it's okay. It's all right. Like I
Roman
was thinking, and actually,
Roman probably
Go ahead,
sees it
sorry.
as a good businessman would see it as like business first, right? Social media, that's just a tool. At the end of the day, what is the business doing?
I
and
dropped the
that's
poll.
what I was kind of getting at. Oh, good.
I
Yeah,
dropped the
so
poll
that's what I was
on
getting at.
when do you think, guys, the TPG will be able to regain your trust. So if you're watching, please answer the poll question. Just very interested.
What are we saying?
So
Ari?
Yes,
I was thinking in terms of an answer to that question, how I would answer it
Mhm.
would be that. So first of all, Bernhard, you raised a great point that a TPG is all about social media first, and that what Anthony Ferrer realized is that I can manipulate this thing called social media and make lots of money. While Roman is completely the opposite, to say like I am all about the watches. I know everything about watches, and social media is a tool to help me sell watches. And so there would need to be in that conversation, that probably diametric view would probably come out. My expectation, actually, if I was Roman and I was advising, say, if you want to pull something like this, first of all, reduce the downtime to like a day or two.
Mhm.
Number two, talk about the charity up front, and to say that for the next week, because we believe in supporting a charity in our community. If it's real, if it was truly real, and I thought it was I'm still angry about how we did it.
Yeah.
But then say that X% of every watch that we sell will go to this charity, and then so come buy our watches. That's an okay way to do it. Yeah.
After listening to the accountant video, I'm gonna try to link the accountant video in the description.
I actually haven't watched it yet.
I'm gonna link it in the description. So I'm gonna link the Breitling video and the accountant video in the description, so, guys. So if you're watching, check the description. Also, this is where you can donate and super chat. This is not the whatever. Look, when I listened to the accountant video, I mean, selling watch is not that easy. I mean, they said that they're making like $75,000 in profit a week. I don't know. I would doubt it. And also, they have so many people working there. There was like
it's 75,000.
8 people.
That's not in profit. I would be stunned if
They were saying it was in profit, but I don't know. I would doubt it. I think they were.
I don't think so. I think that's
and they had so many errors in their accounting numbers. There's Daniel Katz said $2.80 saw the accountant video. Thank you so much. Yeah, that accountant video, like the guy went through the books and he said like they're actually they're probably spending more money than they should be as a small business. I think they should have, instead of trying to do a kind of a viral video like this by themselves, I think they should have actually hired a professional viral video consultant or something. There's a lot of people who, kind of Mr. Beast kind of guys who could have advised them on how to do something like this better. They might be good at marketing, but they're not good at viral video creation.
Marketers ruin everything. They just ruin everything eventually. And so great marketers are not the same thing as great business managers or great business owners. And people like Roman, right?
Yeah.
Both of my grandfathers were immigrants. Yeah. And there's this immigrant mindset, right? The people that come from other countries, right? And you probably see it from like Ukrainian Americans, right?
Yeah.
First generation that come here, it's like, man, they don't go out to Salt Bay and spend 17 grand. Like,
spend anything.
They are so frugal.
Yeah.
Right. That even when they become millionaires, it's like they're still clipping coupons. They're still like,
these guys were blowing through money like nothing.
Exactly. And someone like Roman that's building like a, that's able to build $100 million
Boba Hotep.
The way that they do that is from
Boba Hotep, $5 super chat. Forget Roman. All TPG had to do was send Archie $50 for a consultation. I kid you not. I think he would have gotten more business by aligning with Archie than trying to market his videos, like having Archie attack your channel. I don't think that's the wrong channel to try to market your videos on. I think he went for the wrong guy. Like Archie doesn't actually have that much sway in the like a positive or negative Archie review is not as big as having your story featured in Hodinky or some stuff like that. Like if you actually want to level up business to become, you have to become like mass appeal. You have to go for mass appeal. Archie's very niche. He went all.
So I'll tell you. I'll tell you something with Archie and what.
Yeah.
Putting the antics aside and whatnot, what makes me want to participate and be part of that community is that he's accessible.
Yeah.
Right? Like he is accessible in terms of how he thinks, the watches he buys. Fine, putting the LV box aside for a second, like he's just a regular guy who loves watches, and that's really great.
But it's also there's a lot of in jokes. It is a community, like a very.
It's a community. Yeah. Sure.
But it's not a big community. It's a community within the community. It's a wristwatch community without a much bigger wristwatch community.
Yeah. So
I'm not dunking on Archie. I'm just saying it. Oh, by the way, Berzakmusi, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. Guys, make sure to upvote. Let's get to 100 upvotes. Also, Mags, thank you for $3 PayPal super chat. Great convo, guys. Thank you. Yeah, really, man. At this pace, we'll be here for another hour with the speed that we're getting through this video. Let's watch another minute, and then we'll continue the conversation.
Okay, sure.
Guys have been the motivation and the inspiration to keep going even when things were tough. You guys have supported me from the very beginning, and you too I also shit on. I criticized you guys. I criticized social media, which was the very platform that's made me who I am and got our business to where it was. And I shit on it as well. I can't express how sorry I am. I love you guys. You guys are the inspiration that keeps me wanting to come do this, that keeps me wanting to progress and come up with new things. So, to publicly humiliate or attempt to humiliate you guys the way I did, is just downright cruel and unacceptable. And for that, I also am sorry. You know.
Okay, publicly humiliate. Was he trying to publicly humiliate them? I mean, I don't know. I didn't see. It's almost like he is apologizing for the wrong reasons. Oh, we got Lolex. Lolex, hey,
What's
do
up?
you think
Hey.
Timepiece Gentleman was trying to publicly humiliate like his watch dealers' friends?
I don't know about. Is it weird that we're kind of dressed the same right now? Me and the timepiece gentleman. We're kind of
Whoa.
like we kind of look like each other too. No, I don't know what he was doing, man. He's. By the way, how's the mic?
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Is there a lot of
good.
feedback?
No, it's good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I only watched a little bit of this because I was out right now, but I don't know, man. He's a fucking slime ball. Like,
Dude, he's apologizing for the wrong thing, in my opinion.
He's like, it's
He should be apologizing for trying to test their loyalty.
yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's a Ari.
Yeah, the site keeps crashing on me.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Let me fix this light because it looks like I'm getting fireballs around me. Let me just fix this real quick.
All right, let's do another minute, and then
It seems to me that I've forgotten where I came from and what actually got me here. And that was you guys. It was my passion for the business. When I started this business, I didn't care about money. I didn't care about social status. I didn't care about fame. I started this business because...
okay. Well, come on, that's ridiculous. He didn't care about the fame.
No.
He didn't care about the money. It was
No.
just all about the love of watching.
He's trying to rebuild. So he didn't say that. I think you're reading into it. I don't believe
What?
he did this because he has the love of watches. He's no. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish here. All right. I'm not pretending that he's saying that he has a love of watches. All right. And I've never thought that. But he was figuring. Look, the guy was at the bottom of the barrel, got out of jail, trying to figure out. I want to rebuild my life. I need to figure out how to make some money, and I want to find something that I'm good at. All right, and I don't have a problem with that. He's been fairly open about that.
It was not about
And
fame.
so that's all that he's saying here. At the start, no. He just wanted a business.
I think he wanted the most money he could for the least amount of skill.
Yeah, man. The social marketing is all about fame. Why do you think my name is Tim Wright? What do you think? What am I doing this for? What? It's
the
obviously not
chicks?
for the super chats. It's for the
for the
views, for the
ladies.
clout, for the clicks. I'm not doing this for
Hey,
money.
dude, I'm trying to help out as much as possible with the super chats, Tim. All right.
Lolex,
I'm
you
only
don't have
one
to
man.
super chat me, man. You're coming onto the show.
No, I gotta support.
Exclusive, by the way, guys. Lolex is a Tim Wright live stream exclusive.
Yeah, dude. I signed a $2 million 3-year contract, so I can't go anywhere. So Archie
Yeah,
can't have me. I'm
non-compete
sorry.
clause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Non-compete
I'm
clause.
violating my stuff if I talk to Archie.
Yes, it'd be violating your contract. The contract.
But yeah, dude, this guy's just like he's just honestly, I'm not as up to date as you guys are because I know you guys have been following the Timepiece Gentleman, everything that's been going on with him. But just for me, as someone that's just been watching from the outside, when I see him, I'm just like, oh, this guy's just a watch dealer. He's saying whatever he needs to say to get out of trouble. He's just trying to move watches. And I'm assuming he's in some kind of trouble too. But that's just what I'm getting out of this. How wrong am I? Herb, am I at least in the vicinity of what's going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't really know like what kind of trouble he's in. As far as like the legal stuff, like, I don't know that that's really that big of an issue. But
He's just a watch dealer.
financially, it is interesting.
Yeah. Oh well.
He's
of course.
not. And here's the thing: I don't even think he's like a watch dealer. It's like his
Okay.
lawsuit is over like is over like apparel, right? Like,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably
he's
the
all about the
Timepiece
celebrity.
Gentleman
Like
apparel.
he's about the celebrity, not about the watches.
Right. If you don't care
honestly.
about the brand and the celebrity, you wouldn't have your own apparel.
He's trying to be like the Logan Paul of the watch industry.
I don't know. Look, I think like he's
He doesn't have a
apologizing for
successful
the
podcast
wrong
yet.
things.
Yeah.
Like it's he's apologizing for the wrong things. Oh, Tim S is asking me how. Is it really your PayPal link? Text to the donate now in the description. Yes. Tim S. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Whoa, there's some mistake. No, that's not my. Hold on. There's something wrong with my.
That's not my login. Here's my
Yeah,
password.
no. You have to use the
Tim,
one that
don't fall
says
for it.
donate here. Streamlabs /TimWrite. Oh.
Can you guys hear my fan in the background, by the way? Can you guys hear this?
No, don't
like
use the PayPal link. Use the first
No,
where it says
okay.
donate here. Tim S. Sorry about that. Oh, it's when I copied and pasted. There was some error. Thank you for pointing out. I'm gonna have to.
Are you guys watching the Conor McGregor fight, by the way, right now?
No. Marco is watching. That's why
it
they're
going
not
right
on
now?
the live show.
Is it over?
I don't know.
It has to be, right? It's super late.
Mr.
Anybody knows who
T-Bone's
won?
like, just tuned in. Tim, can you please start from the beginning again?
Yeah, Tim.
We'll never finish this live stream. We're 2 hours in. You know, I was supposed to go hiking tomorrow, but luckily my brother, he canceled it. He has some kind of a meetup. So I'm gonna go hiking by myself on Monday. So probably no. Honestly, Joe Kramer. Honestly, I'll just be glad when this crap blows over. Yeah. Let's get through this. Let's keep going. Let's see what you guys think about the next minute.
I wanted to wear nice watches. I wanted to learn more about watches. I was interested in, all things surrounding this industry and this community. And as we grew a little bit, as the social media grew, I got a little taste of fame and a little taste of money, and I quickly lost a passion for why I started. My focus went from being a businessman and a watch dealer to a content creator or a so-called wannabe influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, guys, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, this guy sucks so hard. I hate this dude.
Like, look, there's nothing wrong with the content creator angle. Like, he wants to be content creator, sure. Like, it's just another way of monetizing the business, I think.
Yeah.
But it's almost like Marco should be making this speech. I gotta be honest. Like,
For why?
I never got the vibe that this is his apology. This is almost like he's reading a script that Marco wrote for him. Am I wrong?
Every time you guys say Marco,
I actually think that part's.
I think of our Marco. I'm like, wait, what did Marco do wrong? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Marco had the love of watches, not so much that I never got that vibe from Anthony, to be honest. That he truly loved watches, nice watches, because he was always into like Daytonas and like just the most
He's into the
fuck off
hype watches, is what it seemed like.
That I don't feel like.
But honestly, though, I do think that part is a little bit more sincere, though. Like, he's like, oh, he's started getting famous, and then he's
the
wanting
fame got
put
to his
out,
head.
be more of a content
Definitely,
creator.
the fame did get to his head.
Clickbait stuff. That, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you become a celebrity versus someone.
This
really
part
into
is
watches.
okay. This part is okay.
I think that part seems genuine.
Tim, I think people are forgetting the biggest thing. He is owned by his investors, so they could have promoted this because their money are on the line. I don't know.
If they're wanting to pull their funds, it's like, that.
Treated.
That's an
Hello,
issue.
Tim. Hello, Treated. Welcome to the show. Make sure to upvote and subscribe if you're not yet.
Is that a Pepsi on his wrist or a Batman? I can't tell.
Batman.
That's a Batman?
Yes.
That looks pretty cool. It's pretty
Bruce
cool.
Wayne. The Bruce Wayne. The Batgirl. It's the Batgirl. Let's be politically correct.
Kind of makes me like it less.
You like it late?
What would you have worn?
It's the first female superhero Rolex. Come on,
if
guys.
you're doing an apology video, what watch do you wear?
Yeah, Tim, when you have to do your next apology video, what are you gonna wear?
You know what?
I'm gonna go. I think you should wear
Explorer 2.
Explorer 1 for 36.
No, maybe Explorer 2. People know me for the Explorer 2 polar dial, no? What do you think?
You want to seem sorry.
I feel like Explorer 1 is a little bit too fuck offy, maybe. I think it's getting a little bit too popular. Explorer 2, I think it's the dog of my dog. Maybe G-Shock, GB, maybe a G-Shock. I don't
Do you go with something?
I feel
do you
like
go with
maybe I
something
don't deserve to wear a watch. Once I betray you guys,
You wear an Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
Yeah. And you could show your pulse on the watch too to show you're not lying. How calm you are.
Man.
I see.
By the way, that was so funny when Archie said like, "Oh, you're getting too big. We need to calm you down or something."
What did he say?
Bear-
You're getting too big
he
when
said-
what?
Yeah, he said that him and Bear had a conversations and that I'm getting a little bit out of control.
Oh, for sure. That conversation has been had.
So funny. Daniel
promise you.
Katz, $2.79. Apology watch, Seiko SKX. Oh, actually, you know what? If I wear
Ooh, you know what?
SKX,
If he was seeing like, I'm going to go back to my roots and my love for
Yeah.
watches, I could see that.
a Breitling,
That
he should have worn the
that would be
Breitling.
much.
That
That'd be
was
too
the
much.
first watch that he had and flipped, and that's how he got into watches.
That would have been good.
If he came on with a Seiko, I would immediately know he was guilty because I'd be like, you're obviously lying about something.
Too pandering.
Yeah, I'd be like, come on, dude, who are you fooling? Get a simple Submariner. If he's wearing a simple Submariner here, I'd be like, okay, this guy is truly sorry. You know what I mean?
You know what? If I had to get on and admit defeat, I would probably wear something French.
Oh yeah.
Like a Yema or something. Would probably.
Just like, listen, you guys know why I'm doing this. My wrist is saying it enough.
Nice.
If I'm going on and apologizing, I'm not wearing a watch. I'm not wearing anything. I'm just like there.
Surrender.
Like, listen, guys, I'm here to apologize to the watch community, to my good friend Bear. I'm so sorry.
Actually, yeah.
How funny would that be if I made an apology video for no reason?
Dude, you know what? Yeah, make a video. Make an apology video in the same style that Timepiece Gentleman is making to
Should I wear
Bear.
a tight black shirt? Like
Yeah.
a very tight black shirt?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm so sorry for everything I've done to the watch community.
Dude,
so funny.
do it. That's
Should I
gonna be
do it?
mad funny.
I would have. You know what? At this point, I don't know how he'll.
I'm sorry
how it'll
for
be 2
having
weeks,
a
3 weeks
Porsche.
from now. How he's gonna actually seem, right? Maybe he's genuinely sorry and he does change some stuff up and regain some stuff in the future. But at this point, I probably would have had more respect for him if he would have done like a Conor McGregor apology, right? I apologize.
But I
Absolutely
apologize
nobody.
for
Like just
yeah. I apologize for ruling
sorry,
so
not
hard.
sorry, mother. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry for rocking and
I
rolling.
didn't come to take part. I came to take over.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't come to YouTube to be apologizing to a bunch of sissies. Funny, he just calls the watch community out. He's like, "Fuck you, Watch Gringa. Fuck you, Archie." Oh, that'd be so funny. I would like him so much if he did that. I'd be like, "Dude, I'm on board. Whatever he's doing."
At this point, maybe.
Fuck you. Oh,
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. Don't give him
dude, he
ideas.
should. He's watching. Do that, Anthony. Come on. He's so
That's
funny.
So funny.
Oh, okay. The fight's just starting. I thought they said that Conor McGregor did get knocked out right now. I was
Oh,
like,
okay,
no way.
Let's keep going. Let's
think
get through this.
Yeah, we got to break the news. I promise I stopped shaving my arms from now on.
You know,
Oh, that's great.
we're a very young business. I'm very new into business. I
I'm
let
sorry
these
for
little
my fake
successes go to my head, and I got to a point where I truly believed I was invincible. The last time I got to that point in my life, I ended up in prison again.
What do you go to jail for again?
Doing
Drunk
the-
driving?
Yeah,
Drinking
exactly. That
related
kind of
stuff.
doesn't make sense.
How many times did he get arrested for drunk driving?
Well, no,
But if you like run from the police and like
Oh, yeah.
crash or hurt somebody or things like that, like I don't know how bad it was, but it has to be
Right?
either
it had
multiple
nothing to
offenses
do
or
with the
serious
fame getting
stuff
to his
be-
head.
If you get arrested for drunk driving, you had to either have been arrested or violated it like 3 or 4 times, right? Or like you said, he did something stupid like try to run.
Yeah, for him to do a prison stint in halfway house, it's usually, multiple. Again, I speculating. This is for entertainment purposes only. Don't sue me, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, drunk driving is unfortunately in most of the U.S. drunk driving is not as serious as it is in.
That's like 15 grand.
Like some
But this is
European
just
countries.
criticism because it doesn't
15
really
grand,
make
15
sense
grand.
to me. Like, I don't think these this has nothing to do with his previous thing. And I think, well, let's just keep going. Let's see.
This and going through this, having hurt so many people, and you know, I've reminded myself that I am human. You know, it's going to be a long road ahead. If there is chance of recovery, it's going to be a long road ahead. And while I can't ask anyone to forgive me, or I can't change what I did, all I can do is ask that you guys forgive me and give me another chance. I understand that I may have hurt some to the point that there is no forgiveness, and I have to accept that. But for anyone out there that may be willing to give me another chance, all I can do is say that I promise going forward, you're gonna get nothing but the real me. No made up bullshit for TV, no made up drama. I wanna go back to being.
Look, I have to stop it here because I do prefer the made up bullshit over like the real life. Because real life is actually kind of very boring. It's just that it has to be done in a classy way, and not so like. Look, their show was a little bit over the top, I think.
Yeah.
If they scale it down a little bit, scale it back, pull it back, and just do the show about, you know, not because it seemed like they were blowing too much money for the things that actually did not pay out at the end. They did not get the return on investment. Those dinners that they had, they didn't get that money back in the clicks. So I felt like if they didn't have to get that crazy extravagant stuff. To just scale it back, do the things, just have fun in your, you know, in your show, but actually make it quirky, make it fun. Just not so. It doesn't have to be so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ali Resna says, Tim, it's an impossible apology to make because everyone had 9+ days to discuss everything, so he can only ask for time to undo the damage. A 45-minute apology would lose too. I think 45 minutes is too long, but I think 15 minutes. Paul Thorpe did a really good video where he answered everything very concisely. And I think, why not? He should have contacted Paul Thorpe, said, look, we liked your video. We want to do this kind of apology. What should we address? We'll pay you. You know, if you need to. And I think Paul Thorpe would do it for free because they're friends. Why not ask your friend how to do an apology, a proper apology? What is the lessons? Get someone to help you with this. Don't do it on your own because they don't even know what they're apologizing for, it seems. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they did wrong, it seems like. Because the apology they're making is for the wrong things. They're not apologizing for the things that they did wrong. They're not getting a lesson out of this, I feel like. Because sometimes, you know, like, sometimes you could do something wrong. And you might think that this is the thing that people are angry for you. But it could be the wrong thing. And you could be learning the wrong lesson from your apology. And that's why I think it's good to have an outside perspective, someone who to analyze, especially in a crisis situation like this. You need an outside perspective to tell you this is what people are mad at, and this is what you have to apologize for. And not try to do it yourself. You are a biased party. You don't know what you did. Yeah. He has a reply. He can't ask Paul or Roman because they're saying they are guilty to be association. I think they don't have to do it openly, in secret. So he'd be abusing the friendship again. Know what I mean? His own fault, yes, but now he doesn't have to go to them. He can go to some crisis management person. There's people on YouTube who can help people when they're in crisis. I think going about it, trying to apologize without actually exactly knowing what to apologize for is a problem here. I'm looking at this and I see their apology is insufficient. Not to me. I mean, I'm making content either way. I just trying to understand how people will interpret this. I feel like it's not enough. It's and again, it's very politician like. I think they watched too many. They probably Googled some apology video and they watched like some politician making an apology after a sex scandal. This is what it seems like. All right, let's watch another minute. Yeah, you have a comment, Birmingham?
No, not a serious one.
Not a serious one. Which one? What was you gonna
It's
say?
even better, dude.
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
Right? You know,
I
that's
did not
code.
stick that watch inside of her.
When he said that, right? Like, what is sexual relationship with that woman? It clearly, it's code because what does it mean?
Oh, you're talking.
Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What is considered
Bae.
sexual relationship, right? It's a politician speak where you're not technically lying, but you're saying you're allowing people who don't know that sexual relationship doesn't mean like we had sex, but it could mean a form of sexual relationship. Like he might not consider a blowjob a sexual relationship, but most people would consider it that. So it's it's a language game, and that's what the problem was with this. Daniel Katz, $2.80 super chat. Second detail apology with crisis management possible. I think so. I think they need an actual person to help them out with this. They don't understand what they're doing. They're panicked. Feels like they're scared and they don't know what they're doing. They let this sit for too long. Man, they're digging a bigger hole. Let's go for another minute.
Passionate about why I started this business. I want to go back to building those relationships and being involved in the community that brought me up in the first place. I can't ask you guys to stay. I can't ask anyone to...
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. This is when he should be asking people, please stay. We are like, he's making all the wrong moves. Of course, I'm begging you guys to give us another chance. We made this mistake. We accept the mistake. We're never going to do it again. Please stay. What? I'm sorry. I just had to
continue to support me.
It's like word by word.
If you don't, I understand. I've really ruined a lot of relationships. I've broken a lot of trust. And if there is a survival for me, it's going to be a long, hard journey, but it's a journey that I'm willing to take. And I'm not going to give up.
Fucking. No, I am just a fucking idiot. It's going to be a long road back, but I'm willing to make that road, or whatever the fuck he said.
It's very politician-y.
Yeah,
politician-y.
It's so true. Matt Davis here is just hitting the nail on the head of why I don't like this guy. He's like, he wears people's watches around town before he sells them. And that is like the reason why I've never watched his stuff or even really cared about him, because all these watches that he's flexing, it's like, you don't own these. They're on consignment and they're going to someone else. That's why this whole thing to me is just dumb. I'm just
By the way, watch Eric. He talks about that in his first episode behind the scenes. Something I think he should have not included that.
What does he say?
He buys a watch from a guy, and then he doesn't put it on in front of him. Then he goes to the car and he says, "Now I'm gonna put it on." Like I didn't want to put it on in front of the guy because then he would like feel bad about this. And he kind of looks back, like, dude, the guy's gonna watch this video.
Yeah, 100%.
What are you doing? He's like, yeah. And now, when I'm in the car, now I'm gonna put it on and drive around with it, wearing that dude's watch. That
100%.
his baby. It's like
That's why it's like I don't even consider these guys in the same universe of what like you're doing, Marco, JJ, Archie.
I was cringed. I cringed at watch Eric saying that.
They're all watch dealers. Everything they do is just to promote their business. So it's like, do they even really care about watches? I bet this guy, I bet Marco, legitimately, our Marco, by the way, knows more about watches than TPG for sure. For sure.
Watch Eric bought that watch for himself. You don't know what you're talking about. Then why didn't he put it on in front of the guy if he's bought it for himself? I mean, it's just weird. Why didn't he say, I'm buying this watch? No, but come on, man. He mentioned that he does that to every watch. He doesn't. He said in the video, he said, I do not put on the watches in front of the sellers because I don't want to make them feel bad. And I just thought,
Come on now.
Yeah, like
everything that's in his watch Eric's collection, Anthony's collection is for sale. They could be like, "Oh, this is my watch collection," but at the same time,
a watch dealer's collection, it's his whole stock.
It's their inventory, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. But
that's just the life. That's just the life.
It's a different thing than what you guys are doing. It's completely different.
Didn't you see what Eric said? He explained why he did that. Yeah, he doesn't want to hurt the seller. Yeah, but the seller is gonna watch that video that the watch Eric is making. I'm just saying, it's just kind of. If that guy watches the video, he'd be like, "Hey, you just freaking talked behind my back." Well, but whatever. The guy was loaded. But this guy that he walked into his house, he had like a whole stack of slippers that he would hand out. Like you walked into his house, he gives you
pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you keep the slippers when you go home. Eric was like, "That's fucking weird."
Listen, I'm probably wrong, by the way. Here, I know everyone's saying that Eric has his own.
Eric is a cool guy. I think
I'm probably wrong here. That's fine. I'm just saying the guys in this genre, whatever, that make these daily vlogs, they are all watch dealers.
You know, it is. Eric did say that he's making a kind of a behind the scenes, a day in life, and it's like you get literally the raw. You get this raw watch flipper. It's just like ooh.
I thought his first. I thought Eric's.
He wasn't holding back.
Behind the scenes was done
well.
Yeah, he wasn't holding back. Like you got.
Yeah, I thought it was.
You got the honest truth. Like he could have held that back. I think.
Yeah.
Right. Like he didn't have to show that, but it was funny. I thought it was like, ooh man, that's the guy's like. It was fun. It was a good video. Very good editing and everything. Okay, let's keep going through this one.
I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to rebuild my name.
I'm going to keep fighting.
I'm going to start over.
To keep rebuilding.
I am going to show everyone that those stunts and the incidents and the way I have been portraying myself is not the real me.
Small G.
I want to go back to being the real me. I want you guys. I can only hope you guys will stick around.
Dude, what's up with his voice? It's all throaty.
I'm going to spend more time focusing on building the business.
Apologizing.
I know he's just been screaming in his car.
And getting reconnected with my passion, which is the watches. Even though, given the rise on social media and the videos, I've seemed to have lost sight of that. That's not who I want to be. I want to be a watch dealer. I want to be an inspiration. I want to be a role model. I want to be.
You know what would be so funny? I'm sorry, just side note. You know what would be so funny? If we shot apology videos, like we all put on black shirts and we said reasons why we're sorry.
Yeah.
We just put it in one video. So it's like, I'm sorry, I'll do one, and then Tim does one, and then Burp does one.
You know what? I need to do a preemptive apology to Archie and Bear for the eventual rodent 9.0.
Are we talking about what happened? Because I know that there was some Bear issue earlier. I came on late, so I don't know what happened. But if you don't want to talk about it, we're not talking.
Well, no, I mean Bear left Archie's group because I had Bark and Jack on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's everything. But
and then Bear accused Marco of being like in. I forgot what the word he said. Being in awe, being so breathless to see Bark and Jack.
Oh, he didn't like that Marco fanboyed over him.
He didn't like it that Marco was so enamored.
Yeah.
By seeing Bark and Jack, and I thought like, he wasn't that enamored. I mean, we barely had any chance to talk to him because I mean we had Ocean on, we just had a discussion. And that's like it's people, we're really reading into Timepiece Gentleman. Maybe we're reading too much into him, but I think sometimes there's a problem with overreading. I think maybe Bear overread. Maybe we're wrong to go so deep into trying to analyze this apology. I don't know, but let's keep going. Let's get through this.
I want to be me. I want to be the real person. And that's what you guys, if you choose to stick around, that's what you're going to see. And that's my promise to you. So after this video post, I am going to take a week off from social media just so I can do some strategizing and some thinking and some reconnecting. But I'm going to come back, guys. And, the only thing I can ask is that bear with me.
Bear with me.
I was like, wait, what?
He's
All I
gonna
can
have
ask
Bear
is
on. He's going.
I just want Bear to forgive me.
Yo.
That's all I care about. My mortgage, my kids. Yuck. I don't care. Bear clean me though.
I never expected Timepiece Gentleman to give a shout out to the bear.
To the Bear clean.
It's so funny. Oh my god.
Just Bear, please.
Yeah. Just bear
Give me
with
time and let me try to redeem myself. The other thing I'll ask, guys, is, my team, they are hardworking guys. They are hardworking individuals. They're dedicated. They're loyal to the brand. They're loyal to the business. They were just doing what they were asked. They were doing their job.
I think part of their job should be to tell, I think they were too, if you see someone doing something wrong, you should point something out. I think, that's the failure on their side. They should have, when we were doing a show earlier, right? When everybody just accepted Anthony's apology, it was like, hey guys, hold on, let's not jump to the apology, right? I didn't just side with Archie. I didn't just, that's not what a partner, someone who's looking out for interests does. You should question what were these guys doing? Nobody said hey, I don't think this is a good idea. Doing a complete blackout. We can do a blackout, but ask a few of our people who would be able to play along with us. Just come on. That's not just your failure. That's a team failure, in my opinion.
It's his one of the issues though is that he's broken trust with the watch community, right? I admire that he's trying to take the heat, hey, this is me, not my team. But the problem is that just one of their previous videos, this whole thing was Marco's idea.
Right.
So it's I get him hey, put the shade on me, not on my guys. This was my, this is all me. But it's well, you guys just did a video where this thing was Marco's idea.
Yeah.
And he
in the video they say that it's Marco's idea, and here you say it was your idea. And also, I don't like this whole thing. If you're a team, I don't think it's good to fall on the sword by yourself. That may have been. Look, I mean, that's something the presidents
as the
do.
leader, it falls on you as the
no. But this is again, this is a classic politician tactic. We're just gonna pick one guy. We're gonna sacrifice him, dude. That's a team failure. Team failure. If you as a team going to grow, everybody has to accept some responsibility. The guys on the team, they should be hey, you know what? We should not have been so sycophantic. We should have stopped you. Somebody who had a bad feeling about this, they should have expressed that. Hey, I don't think this is a good idea. I think one person taking the full brunt of the blame is a good idea for them to grow as a team. That's not a good thing.
I had an idea, I had a direction, I had a plan to do it. I asked and told them what to do, and all they were doing is following what they were told to do. So if anything, direct everything at me. Give my guys a break. They didn't do anything wrong. This was my fault. You know, I hope this message gets out there in the way I intended it to. I really am sorry. I hurt a lot of people, and it's gonna take a while, but like I said, I'm here for the long haul. I'm going to do any and as much work as it takes to rebuild, and that's my promise to you guys. So I hope to see you in another video, guys, and we'll talk soon.
Let's see. Oh, Nicolinardi Leonard. Upwards and onwards, my friend. Take some rest and come back 10,000 times stronger. Man, let's hope not. That's going to be really bad for the ego. Well, but maybe I have your back as long as you stop selling Hublots. Interesting.
Had to get that joke in, huh?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's the replies here? Buy him a Hublot to cheer him up. Cassio. Nick.
God tier.
As possible, it's hurting your reputation to associate yourself with him. I bet Clava, the blonde girl, is laughing her ass off. They got rid of her just a week ago, right? I know, right? That she's so actually she got out of it just before this whole thing blew up because of some negative comments that didn't even compare to this drama. Oh, here's
I think she was really in it for the watches.
Oh, man, why did she leave? I missed that whole part. Why did she leave?
Watching the episodes with her. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
And there is a spot in the deleted video where Marco is seen kind of rolling his eyes in disagreement when Anthony says on the phone that some of his clients said this is a genius PR stunt. It seems Marco knew shit went south quick. By the way, in that scandal video, Marco seemed like completely like soulless. Like he had, I don't know. There's just something looked like the soul left his body. He was just glassy. I don't know. So there you go. That's the end of it. Taking another week off. I mean, how many vacations these guys need? I haven't taken. Oh well, I did take a week off to go to Barcelona, but damn, I don't know. What's in summary, Lolex? Let's start with you. What do you think? To summarize this, are you satisfied by this apology? Non-apology? In my opinion, it's not real apology.
Am I satisfied? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how he could get himself out of this, right? What could he do, Tim? What could he do? Because you have a better grasp on how he should apologize, but what could he realistically do to get back to where he was before?
I think he needs to. Oh, we got Quick Draw. Hey, Quick Draw.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, thank you for.
I think
for
McGregor just
jumping
lost,
on.
by the way.
Who lost?
I think McGregor.
Don't
spoil it. Are you?
Yeah, the first round.
People
Damn.
using the DVR.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look, I think
was
the
nasty.
way he can regain some trust is to actually he needs to find out what it is that he got wrong, because in my opinion he never addressed it, and if you never address the exact thing that you got wrong, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble because you're going to repeat it. So, I think they need to actually, instead of taking a week off, they should keep working and actually hire a professional. What, Lolex? What happened?
Oh, Conor McGregor. I think he really fucked himself up.
Really?
I think he broke his leg or something.
Conor McGregor. Oh, Tom H said he broke his leg.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where you see it and you're like, yeah.
Well, the last time we were watching those fights, there was one of those things. But let's get actually, you know what? Let's let Quick Draw EDC comment on this one, and then Bourbon Heart, you're gonna go. Quick Draw, what do you think? What do you think about this whole thing?
Well, it seems as if he's apologized. I haven't watched it in its entirety, but most of the community has embraced, his apology, at least for now. But it's one of those things where, okay, he's apologized. Moving forward, let's see what happens.
The upvote to downvote ratio is 3. Yeah,
it's your audience, Dan.
3
of course
to 1.
Gonna vote this way.
It's my audience downvotes, right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying the watch community as a whole. This isn't the entire watch community. This is just a small subsection, and that's just.
Oh, look at this, Jeremy Dowie. $9.99. Lolex, stop mouth breathing. What?
I'm watching Conor McGregor's ankle break.
Keep doing it because it brings in the super chats.
It's one of those, yeah, right. Just be a mouth breather. It's one of those things where he was stepping back and he stepped back like on his ankle.
I hate those,
dude. Yeah, that's like it's one of those things where you know exactly how that feels. And he like rotated. Oh my god. His foot went a full 90 degrees. It's
gross. It actually pains me to even think about it. But sorry. EDC, continue.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I mean, I think that, we'll kind of see how it goes. As far as the leadership thing it's
You think he should have taken the yes. You think he should have fallen on the sword? Because my personal opinion was I think that it was a team failure.
He's got followers. I get it. He's leading that team, right? So if he's going to accept the responsibility, but okay, let me say this way: in the military, when people fail as a leader, a lot of times if they get charged with what is it? Whatever the charge is, usually it's a failure of leadership, and they get removed, and another leader gets plugged in. Fair enough. Not happening here, obviously. So he's just going to have to. Figure it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Bourbon Heart, what are your concluding thoughts on this apology?
So I'm not a professional psychologist or anything, but reading your chats, and the common signs of narcissism.
Yeah,
I was going to say
is a sense of entitlement.
Is that what you're getting?
Manipulative. What?
Closeted. No, but like you could kind of tell by his body language, right, Burb? Because I feel like you can at least detect when someone's lying, right? Or at least is full of shit, right?
Yeah, but
I mean,
I don't know. I don't believe in psychology, and I don't believe in body language.
You don't?
He did look a little bit uncomfortable, but what does that mean? Maybe he's just uncomfortable with saying apology, and I didn't even think it was that. I didn't think that it was that juicy of a shit sandwich. Let's be honest. In my opinion, I didn't think it was too juicy.
What if he cried? Would that have helped?
Again, just a sign of like for example. For some people, it could be very easy to apologize. Like if it's so easy for you to, if it's easy for you to accept that you're wrong, it might actually look bad because it looks like you're so comfortable. It looks like you're lying. You know what I mean? Like if let's say if it's for me easy to admit that I'm wrong, that I could be completely comfortable. My body language could just show that it could look bad. It could look bad because if I'm nervous, if I'm clenched up, but I could just be very difficult for me to apologize. If my apology is meaningless, and like for some people, it's very difficult. Like look at Trump, he can never apologize. I think there's like one time where he did some minor apology, and you can see the excruciating pain that he's in, and it's not even a real apology. So. Yeah. I think that's why body language is nonsense, in my opinion, because it doesn't say anything, because it's all proportional to the individual that's doing the apology.
But if, again, back to those 5 signs, right? A sense of entitlement, manipulative behavior, which this stunt seemed to be like this big.
It was all about
manipulation
manipulation. Yep.
Yep. A need for admiration, a lack of empathy, and arrogance. Now, I can't diagnose
Feel
it,
like you're
but
missing one, but all right. Go on.
a lot of people. No. Sense of entitlement, manipulative behavior, need for admiration, lack of empathy, and arrogance.
Yeah.
So a lot of narcissists don't actually go and seek like professional help, though. Not that Tim believes in professional help for
No. It's not so much in the professional help. I'm trying. What I'm saying is that it doesn't look like he actually knows what it is that he did wrong, and then if he doesn't know what it actually is that he did wrong, he might be apologizing and fixing the wrong thing.
But here's what I'm saying though, right? If I actually cared about my friends, right, and they bring me into this, into this thing, right, this watch industry or whatever, right, and I go and I crap on my audience, I crap on them and damage them, right? His call that like he in his mind, it's like, I'm gonna rise like a phoenix and I'm gonna be on top again, and I'm sorry. I would be like, I messed up my friend, I messed up this relationship, I messed up my friendship. I need to rebuild trust with my audience that I care about, and I need to make it right with my friend. I'm sorry. Right? Then maybe the friend would be like, okay, yeah, you seem legit sorry for what you did, and now you're trying to make it right. Not, I need to be admired again, or, oh, I need to maintain my social media following. It's like, F that, right? Like, a Kardashian cares about their social media following, right? Like a Logan Paul or a Jake Paul does. But a real friend is like, no, that's not social media. Like, who cares? It's not even real, right? Like, it's so I don't know. I think he's focused on completely the wrong thing.
Jeremy, another $10. He doesn't like your he doesn't like your beard or your mustache.
I'm sorry. No, he's just got. That's fine. He's just throwing cash just to throw shade. That's fine. It's good. Keep doing it.
It's good money. It's good money.
They hate us because they ain't us.
I know, bro.
They hate us because they ain't us.
I want to do mustache, no beard.
It's very thick. Look at my mustache. It's not even.
Yeah, we all got facial hair.
Transparent. It's transparent.
It's what I can do.
Hey.
Let me find a photo.
Dude, I went and got my haircut today.
It got out of control when I was deployed. So
the lady disconnected my beard.
What is she doing?
Was that by accident?
Yeah, I know.
No. When they like cut your hair, they're like trim your sideburn, and then she just like did this, and then she did the same over here.
Oh,
she did you wrong. She did you wrong.
Yeah, she did me wrong, dude. I have to get rid of my beard now. It sucks.
Cog, Tim, you make this video unwatchable. Thank you, but you should super chat that next.
Wait,
time.
real quick. Did TGB say what the charity was that they're giving money to?
Man, it was I looked up that charity. It was so shady.
Oh,
it's some Let's Stop Exploited Children and Missing and Exploited Children. Like, it sounds good. Like, the name sounds good. Like, as if they're gonna stop exploitation of children. But then you look up and their CEO or whatever, their
like
CEO,
Anthony. Anthony's
no,
CEO.
Yeah, the CEO was working for Lockheed Martin.
Oh, okay.
Dude, like, what the hell? You find a guy that worked for Lockheed Martin to run your charity, and then the charity, they don't even have that much money. It's like it's a 40 million
aviation company.
They make the weapons. Yeah, like those F-15s or something. Yeah, they killed probably so many people. Yeah, let's hire a guy who worked for like a military industrial complex. It's like, what to run a charity?
Hold on. Well, sometimes though, the people that run them aren't getting. Again, I don't know anything about the charity, right? But sometimes they're doing it like pro bono. Like, maybe they're not getting paid.
They're not even doing anything. I looked up the charity, right, and what they're doing, right? Like, what is their contribution, right? First of all, the charity gets $30 million from the government, and then like $7 million from donations, and then they paid this guy $500,000.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? It's 1% of the charity goes to this guy who was working for a military contract.
Yeah, what's the name of it? Do you know?
Stop exploited and stop missing and exploited children, something like that.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, and then like what they do is like they make pamphlets for missing children, and they make like it says like, oh, we looked through the document. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, oh, there were missing children, and we looked through the paperwork. Like, like what they do is actually kind of meaningless. It's not like they're actual like police enforcement. They're not detectives. They're not doing anything like actual. Or anyways, I mean, it's like I thought that charity was fishy to me. It seemed like it's not even charity. It's like a government organization because
is it the National Center?
Yeah, National Center. Yeah, 75% of their funding is from the government. So it's like it's not real charities.
Sorry, sidebar here, but quick draw. Are you wearing a 3861?
No, it's just the Uncle Seiko 14.
Oh, I thought it was the new Speedy. My bad.
No, this is like
what do you think? Dude, what do you think of that one?
Mo says that the guy gets 800,000, not 500.
The new one?
Yeah,
but they were gonna raise, guys.
Oh, the Uncle Seiko. It's nice. It's nice.
The timepiece gentleman wasn't even going to raise amount that would cover a half of this one dude's salary. Are you kidding me?
I'm
joke.
At myself. I'm looking at myself. I urge people to look at. I mean, if you're ever going to donate to anything like this, do the research for yourself. Don't just take talking heads.
Yeah, I think this is not. In my opinion, it didn't look like. And what they actually did was like just donate to Red Cross. I mean,
I was gonna say like, isn't Red Cross like pretty much the only one?
The CEO of Red Cross get paid like 600,000.
Mm-hmm.
But their budget is like
massive,
absolutely. And this, in proportion, this guy gets way more for like. Anyways, I'm not a big fan of charities, because especially these American charities. We got Design Atelier. Tim, by the way, Oshin was right about his hand gestures.
Tim doesn't believe in that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in body language, but because body language is individual to each person. But look, he did seem to be he seemed to be struggling to make the apology, right? Because he had his hands clenched, right? Like he was nervous, and I thought like he was nervous for all the wrong reasons. Because to me, it didn't look like much of an apology. Siddha Shadith, Tim is a marathon live stream. By the way, I could be doing these live streams for 8 hours. Man, whoa! We're actually at 3-hour mark. Holy shit!
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long have you been going, man? 3 hours?
I've been going since 5 o'clock. Actually, 8 hours.
Would you ever do a 24-hour live stream one day?
For charity, yeah. For charity. Yeah, we should do it
for charity.
For charity.
Better be a good one.
Missing an exploited.
By the way, I have a charity over here going up right above my head. It's to make me a two-tone Tim. It's a.
Oh yeah.
That's the count. This is how much I'm at $46, and I'm trying to raise $10,000.
Are you really to try and get a new watch?
To get a two-tone Explorer 1.
Hey, dude.
You know, people were donating money to make me a two-tone Tim, so I figured, you know what? I'll just keep those two donations separately. If you want to donate to the two-tone Explorer 1, you have to use the link in the description. It's a StreamYard/Tim. It says donate here. Oh, but I should change it to donate here to two-tone Tim.
Do it, dude. Isn't Archie trying to get a new car?
Not yet. He didn't announce it yet.
Oh, okay, so he's going.
But it's a good way to do it, right? Look, because it actually donating using the link actually allows me to take almost the full full cost of it. Whereas the super chat, I get to keep only half of the super chat. So if you guys donate like $4, I only keep 2, because YouTube takes a third and then taxes takes the other half. The other half. But when you're doing it using the link, yeah, I don't have to pay taxes because it's a donation, not a charity cause. And, and I do reveal where the money will be spent. It's going to be spent for the two-tone Explorer.
Would you sell your Explorer 1 if you got the new two-tone?
It's such a fucking dumb thing to get a second Explorer, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you would have to sell the first one, right?
It's fucking mental. Let's be honest. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Maybe I'm gonna do an apology when I don't buy it. I'm gonna do an apology video. Sorry guys, I couldn't get that.
You did. We have to go back a few streams.
That would be cool. if you got the two-tone, you raffled off your first Explore one on the stream.
1 second. Just want to address this one.
No,
Rick
don't do a
Medius.
raffle. Your channel.
I can do raffle.
Taken down.
Oh, really?
Wait, what?
Some like lotto stuff. Oh yeah. No.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I was saying if you were
If
gonna
you're doing a raffle, you wouldn't want to raffle it. You'd want to like auction it.
What?
Why would you get in trouble for that though?
For raffles, because if
Yeah.
you different states, there's like regulations for running raffles. Like you need like a license because it's seen as like a lottery. It's like a gambling thing, right? That people buy a ticket and then you run a raffle. It's like you might not get.
I get what you're saying.
Oh,
okay.
on. So I'm just saying, be careful about.
Okay. Well, don't do that then, Tim.
But we're not doing an official raffle. It's like a scam raffle.
That's exactly why
it's
they make
unofficial
you
raffle.
a special license to do a raffle.
It's an unofficial raffle because I don't do it on.
You have to have like a tax. There's like a tax code.
Okay, but it's only if you're trying to do it tax free. So, for example, if I'm doing it as my business and I'm trying to deduct it as an expense, I think that's when you get in legal trouble. But if you do it like I'm not gonna do it as an expense, right? I think that's the difference. I can just do a raffle on my website, and I don't have like a business.
No one needs to know.
No one needs to know. They don't know.
I don't know.
Or just have a two-piece. That would be cool. A stainless steel Explorer one and then a two-tone Explorer one.
Right?
Could be a
Right?
cool look. Yeah.
It will be amazing.
Man, I'm just saying people should check with their local gaming commission, and if it is not for like a charitable cause, there's a lot of regulations that go with it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
you don't want Bear knocking on your door with a bunch of policemen.
Okay, Rick says, Tim, have you spoken about the missing footage covering the first few days of the blackout? I'm not exactly sure what he's talking about, the missing footage. But
that was deleted.
The video that they deleted? The scandal video?
They deleted a few stuff, didn't
well, yeah, I mean, we went through everything. You just have to watch the previous live streams. I know they're like 3 hours long, and stuff is buried in there.
Tim, where'd you find that information about the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children?
Which information?
A bad rating. No, like most of their financials are going to something else. The dude's salary or something.
Yeah, just check his salary. You can just Google him and check his salary at the national thing. And if you look it up, it says I thought it said 500K, but people looked it up. They say it's 800. Maybe mine was for like a previous year.
I'm just talking about the actual charity itself.
You can look on their website. They say what they're doing.
No, I looked up using Charity Navigator, and it's actually they're rated almost 90, well, a little over 90%.
Yeah, if it's National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, is that the charity that he ended up donating to?
I think so,
no,
yeah.
they did not donating to because they deleted the video.
Oh well, whatever.
Okay.
So that's what they were intending for the money to go to.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they like cut out and did whatever with. I don't know from there, but this is actually a decent.
I mean, not according to what I looked. Jeremy Dowie, $10. Again, Jeremy, thank you for the super chats. You have to set up a 509C. So I guess that's to do a raffle. So I guess
in a lot of states, yeah, there's pretty stiff regulations for.
Well, is that if you have a business? Because I didn't set up my YouTube anything as a business yet.
Tim Incorporated.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not. I'm not making enough. Not making enough money. I mean, look, what, $30 from the super chat? Whoopsie do. This is just gonna pay for the bottle right here. That cost me $50. I mean, actually, whatever. But man, let me write it down. 509C, just so that 509C. I'm gonna look that up. So I just looked at their website. What the hell? Like, I looked at like 3 things because if you go on these websites that rate charities, dude, they're paid by charities to rate charities.
Okay.
Like, think about it. It's all like they're all jerking each other off. Jeremy, another $5 again for you, charity. Then you're all good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Oh, maybe.
No. I think if you have a 509c, I think that's like a nonprofit
Oh, okay.
organization. I think.
Okay.
So I don't know that you would want it. If you were trying to come up with a legal entity, I don't know that you'd be a 509c.
I was thinking of starting a church. What do you think about that, guys? How about that idea? We started a religion, a religion of horology. That's tax exempt.
That's another. I think that's another episode.
We had, a part of the religion
Let's do it.
was to have children Sunday school. And yesterday on Archie's stream, Pound the Drum had a kid. So we can have we indoctrinate children into our religion by giving them G-Shocks and Seikos. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we can do. It's an actual religion, guys.
And then in another 5
Marco
years,
could
the
lead
National
youth
Center
groups.
for Missing and Exploited Children comes and
Design atelier.
Yeah,
What do you
essentially.
like with the two-tone Explorer, dude? I like that it's a ceremonial watch.
What?
Rolex did it to celebrate what the Explorer stood for so many years. Think about it. It's 50 years of the Explorer, and the two-tone.
Explorer too.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Details.
It's just details. Let's not get caught up, guys. You're overthinking it. Just bear with me, okay? It's a thing. It's the idea. It's two-tone because of the message it sends. It sends that Explorer has been here for so long, and it endured this whole time, and it's still relevant today. And you're wearing, when you're climbing a mountain, when you go hiking, and you look on your wrist, and you have two-tone Explorer, it gives you more energy. It's like those guys before me who climbed these mountains, they did it, and that's why I have to push myself further, harder, because they did it, and I have to do it.
Tim, you would be so
But
fun to
Tenzin
take
Norgay
mushrooms
wasn't
with.
wearing an Explorer. They were
You would be
wearing
so
Smiths.
fun. You would be so fun to do drugs with, Tim. It's not even.
Yeah, we had
Not
this
even
Smiths
funny.
conversation.
By the way, did you reserve that room yet?
Not yet. I wanted to talk about that, but we got on weird tangents.
Yeah,
All right,
okay, I'm
so
sorry.
who's
Wait.
officially
There's two more
going?
super chats. It's funny how 3 hours in, when we're wrapping up, that's when the super chats
But
come
let's.
in.
I want to.
What the
I
hell?
want to square a few things away before we call it. Like who's going?
Yeah. Oh,
that's
actually,
the
you know what?
thing.
We'll do a whole show. Let's do it Monday. Let's do Monday. Let's do a whole big
About-
show on Monday about the meetup.
The
Are you going to
meetup?
be available
'Cause
Monday?
I mean, it depends what time. I'm working Monday.
Maybe tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Sunday. But
Yeah.
it's because there's two rooms that I'm on the board with. Or sorry, I'm on the fence with. There's one where it's like the 2 floors,
Yeah.
which is cool. But then
Yeah.
there's another room where it's like a huge balcony that's right next to all the skyscrapers. So we could technically shoot outside.
Yo, we can
right?
do a live stream.
Well, we're gonna live stream.
A
That's the whole point of
Rolex
this.
exclusive live stream from the city.
Oh, for sure.
after-
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm spending like $1,500 on this room.
damn!
So you're
what
gonna
the-
have fun. Yeah, but I just want to make sure, like, I want to show you guys photos and be like, which one should we choose? Because we're gonna do a live stream. So
Yeah, let's do it.
fun.
Let's do it. We'll do a live stream about the planning phase. Actually, because
Yeah.
maybe a lot of people actually will want to join us.
I want to know who's gonna go. So it's gonna be
Birmingham, are you coming to the city? October 22nd to 24th.
Don't you have a wedding? Yeah,
Probably not.
he's got a wedding.
Shit.
I'm gonna be going there next month, but not in October.
Damn.
EDC?
October, I can look into it, but I can't make any promises on the spot.
So I'm saying I want concrete. I want to just make sure it's not gonna be me and you, Tim. Even though that would be
Well,
fun. I think
That'd be romantic.
I mean, JJ's not. Yeah, right.
No,
J-
JJ's
JJ
going to be
can
here.
even go to it. Tim? Do you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it'd be me, you, JJ. Marco is taking a Greyhound apparently to come in. I don't know
Oh, is
why. And then Ari is like talking about he might be able to make it. Who else? Captain is probably going to
He's in
drive
the
in, right?
area.
Yep,
'Cause he's
Captain's
in
going to be
New
there.
Area.
Captain's going to be there, so that's 5. Who else is going to be there?
I just dropped the, what's it called? Oh, Paul Salisius is going to be there.
Paul Solisi's at 6.
Let me just read these super chats 1 second. THX just throwing me a bone. Thank you so much. And Chris Horology House is in the house, everybody. Two-tone Sexplorer is for effeminate ladies. Oh.
I would say masculine ladies.
Going back to
or feminine femboys. I'm a kind of a femboy.
Just imagine you're at a bar and there's like a really hot blonde and she's wearing a two-tone Explorer 30. I'd be so nervous that wow, this chick is like next level, man. I can't hang.
Hey, Design Atelier, are you can you come to New York? I don't know, where's he from? That'd be cool. There's gonna be so many brands. Let me actually bring this up on the screen.
Archie said he can't come.
I gotta take off. Good show, Tim.
Hey, Barbie Heart.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Sorry for keeping you up late so long.
It's like 10 o'clock on the west. Not too bad.
Well, that's nothing.
Almost that time.
So
we had a tornado warning go off twice here in Arizona. Weird.
Oh shit! Really?
Is what it is. Yeah. It's not going to be anything near as crazy as the Midwest, but
Jesus.
So if so, Tim, to go back to the Explorer 2, would you, if they two-toned the Explorer 2, what would you think of that?
Tim would get. Tim's heart would explode. He'd be like,
well, I mean, because wouldn't it have made more sense for them to do that for the anniversary? There?
How would that even look though? Like on the bezel alone? Would it
be
I
don't know.
Matte gold?
You know, it was one of the kind of predictions that I was sitting on the fence with. I thought because it was 50 years of the Explorer 2.
Yeah, they'd do something special for it, right?
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe they'll do Explorer 2 in two-tone. Because everybody was saying ceramic. I said, get the hell out of here. It will never be ceramic.
They'll never do ceramic on an Explorer.
Never ceramic.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe a two-tone. Because they did a Sea Dweller in two-tone for 50 years.
Right, yeah.
Nobody saw the two-tone coming for the Explorer 2. Nobody,
let alone 36.
No one's. Yeah,
oh,
I thought for sure it was going to go to 41 this year.
Right,
for sure. I was like, it's going to be a bigger Explorer, but damn.
Look at this. He actually has tickets for Miami.
Ooh.
And what is AA held for
That
me
A.
due to? Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
American Airlines.
Ah, there you go.
Because I was like, nah, it can't be Alcoholics Anonymous.
And my sponsor is holding for me right now.
Yeah.
Queens, New
Forest
York.
Impression Films, Queens, New York. Here, hey guys, if you can,
are there photos or videos of last year's event? Because I would like to see what it looks like.
It looks like. Well, there's some pictures here. There's some pictures from the old one. See, you can see people.
Yeah, is it like a big event hall? Is there going to be a lot of booths that you can go and try stuff on?
Yeah. Oh man, that's this picture. Oh, actually, you know what? Look, I can just Google it.
Who went last year? Didn't someone in the chat go last year?
I don't know if it was last year, but I'm just Google 2019.
Someone in the chat had gone last year. I remember last time I was in the stream, and he was saying all the brands that were there.
It was Paul Silicius.
Paul Silicius. He said everybody was there, but Rolex and Patek, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. That's cool.
Ooh, THX. Fundraise Marcos plane tickets. Yes, that's what I was saying.
A Greyhound? That's so dumb.
Greyhound's not a good idea.
Even if you guys can get him half, that's
still good.
That's still really good.
He's talking about like, school. He doesn't want school. Dude, but forget about
everything
school.
Online. Yeah, school's for fools.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
really,
dude.
It got
Look at
out of
this.
hand. I got
rules, dude. That's a great mustache.
It was bad. It was terrible. It was way out of regs. We did Mustache March, and it was like May by the time I
really?
Getting rid of it. Yeah, because I mean, during early lockdown, right? Everybody was wearing a mask all the time, so it was like,
you get away with what you want.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be taking so many pictures,
this?
so much footage. This is you see? You can get to try on everything.
What are those, Charles?
I don't know. It's just there's gonna be a lot of like independent.
I know. Why can't Rolex go? That'd be so cool.
They're
Marco
too
would have a
good.
field day with that.
Yeah, they're too good.
Omega?
Yeah.
You can go to Omega Boutique and try everything on.
You're gonna get to see like a lot of. Look at this.
When we go, we're for sure going to the Diamond District, right? Because I want to try on like a Daytona and try.
Oh yeah,
on
dude, of course.
Like that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
Are they gonna be pulling people over for vaccination papers and all that, or no?
Yeah, probably. I think you have to show Vax cards before you get in. Yeah. Just keeping everyone safe. Dude, but to be honest with you, I got my haircut today, and this girl, her like brother or something like that works for the health department in Los Angeles, and they're saying that they're prepping for the Delta variant because they're expecting it to get really bad in the next 2 months.
Are you vaccinated? I think if you're vaccinated, you're gonna be okay. It's just that there's a lot of people who are unvaccinated.
Then they also got Johnson and Johnson, so they're like screwed.
Yeah. You which one do you have?
I got the Pfizer.
Oh, I got the
So
Moderna.
unvax is like, there's unvax shaming, and then there's J&J vax shaming.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What's
It's
next?
Ew, you got Johnson and Johnson? Gross.
Johnson and Johnson is for the pussies.
I don't know anybody that got that.
Well,
My brother is super freaked out. He is shaking in his boots. I don't
About
know
what?
why.
He's not vaxxed?
No, he's afraid.
Tell him to go get the
dude,
Johnson and Johnson. It's one shot.
I told him at least that that's what he's saying. He's like, baby, I'm gonna at least do the Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, just go do the Johnson and Johnson. It's not a big deal.
You guys heard that, like, mixing and matching the other ones, the Moderna and the whatever other ones,
Pfizer.
Pfizer, like actually getting one of each actually is proven to be like more effective or something.
It
I don't know.
supercharges you.
At the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is like, well,
Design Atelier is like, okay, guys, catch you in the morning. You probably believe it's still
Dude,
on.
You really should do a 24-hour stream one day. Just like
For charity, only for charity.
Around the clock. That would be so cool.
Maybe we'll do.
You should do that, dude.
Yeah, someday. Or maybe for New Year. That
could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be doing something, but I'll pop in. I'll go to the bathroom and just be like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
It just bothers me that Rolex and Patek aren't going to be there. Not that I'm like a brand snob, but like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be there? Why wouldn't they?
Aren't they like trying to hold their own? Or is
that what it is?
Trying to do? No, I thought they did. But I know they released everything online this year.
Imagine if they did that, like how Apple, every time they come out with new product every year, they do like a big event. If Rolex did that, I would 100% go to it for sure.
Where do you think they'd hold it though?
That's a good question.
You know, Rolex might
Miami,
start
maybe?
doing those because Rolex was at Basel World. That's where Rolex was attending. But now that the Basel World, the Basel World has spun completely out of control. It's gone.
Yeah.
I think Rolex will start doing their own Basel Worlds. Just
I would 100%. I would 100%
Rolex
go to
World.
that. Even if it was in Switzerland, I would 100% go to that if they started doing that.
The Rolex World, guys. The Rolex Forum. Let's be honest. That's what most people care about, unfortunately. But
What, the Rolex Forum?
Yeah, the Rolex Forum, right? Because when Rolex was at the Basel World, that's what the show was all about.
Yeah, Rolex.
And that's why actually Omega pulled out, because Rolex was pulling out so much oxygen that they were like, why are we paying so much money and people don't even care about our brand when the Rolex is put next to us?
Yeah. It's true. Make better speedies and I'll come back.
Yeah.
These dumb watches. I got so many quality control issues. Stupid. Pissed me off.
Look at this. We had actually 10 people from the chat says that they might be able to join. It's pretty awesome.
Damn.
So there's going to be a lot of Rolex. There's going to be a lot of people who will know you at this event. They'll be like, yo, there's Rolex, guys.
No way, guys.
That's
Come on.
Rolex.
Should I go with a backwards cap and everything?
Yes.
I'll do it.
You got to preserve the style. They have to
Dude,
recognize.
realistically, imagine if Archie went. He would be like a celebrity at this event, right?
Oh, of course. Holy
Man, he should really try and go. I think by then everything will open up and he can come out from Australia.
Yeah. That'd be freaking awesome.
That would be so insane to see him in person. I think I'd be nervous. I'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That'd be so wild. I wonder if Theo and Harris is going to be there. Or
this
Chris.
is the kind of thing that Archie needs to do to grow his channel and stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe.
You know what I was
viral.
What I was thinking is, instead of fundraising and stuff like that, what if you guys tried to get Archie on the Joe Rogan podcast? I feel like you can do it. He has enough followers. If you commented enough on Joe Rogan's videos and his Instagram and stuff like that, I think you can make it happen.
That's what the Timepiece Gentleman needed to do.
Yeah,
get on the Joe Rogan
podcast. Yeah, because he likes watches.
Yeah, there is a famous Joe Rogan podcast where they talk about watches.
Yeah, it's horrible though. It's
pretty bad.
It sucks so bad. What's the guy's name who's into cars and he's bald with the goatee?
I don't know.
He has a little podcast about watches too, but they just talked about like independence. They talked about Rolex for like 2 seconds and then they went straight into independence. That was it.
Yeah.
But
they went like crazy watches, like 10 million, like Jacob and Co.
level stuff, dude. I do know that Joe Rogan's an Omega fan.
Yeah.
Because there was that video where he gave that guy Ben Shapiro, or whatever his name was.
He gave Ben Shapiro a Speedy?
It's not Ben Shapiro. It was someone else.
Okay, cool.
Some guy, but one of those types. He gave him a Speedy right off his wrist.
Damn.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but Joe Rogan.
There's somebody posted this on Adrian's Facebook page. Like, what's Joe Rogan wearing tonight? And I think it's a Speedy.
Oh,
is he really? Oh, okay.
I think he was, yeah. Looks like one.
Yeah, he likes Speedies. He likes Speedies.
Wow. Yep. Cool.
Speedy Saturday.
He likes Speedies. He likes G-Shocks. He has a couple Rolex. He has a Sea Dweller and a Sub. And
he actually had the No Time to Die, right?
He had the No Time to Die.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I wonder why. What? He probably has a Omega boutique somewhere nearby. And let's be honest, he wouldn't be able to procure. Like, it's really cool because like it's a kind of a watch that rich guy can buy and just keep giving away.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy. You walk in, you buy it. You can't do. He wouldn't be able to do that with Rolex. He would walk in. Yeah, even though he's Joe Rogan, he wouldn't be selling him Speedies or subs like all like non-stop.
Yeah, no. Yeah. He said in the podcast the reason why he likes Omega is because he considers it a working man's watch. He said that's all he said. He's like, yeah, Rolex is a little too bougie. Like I like Omega because it's like a working man's watch. And then like he briefly brought up the moon landing with the Speedy.
Lux Report, Tim, 24-hour streaming.
It was Lex Friedman. That's who.
Hey
it was.
man, we're just wrapping up. Oh my! I just 2 minutes ago I said we're almost at 3 hours, and we're at 3:30 almost. Are you kidding me? Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you want to send me the last final super chat, just gonna drop the link. Don't use this. Don't do the super chats. Use the button. Thank you guys for watching, and and I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, you know what? We'll try to choose the room.
Yeah.
Man,
JJ's doing something tomorrow too, right? Yeah. He's doing the fun.
Yes, he's doing the after show. I'm gonna do the pre. I'm gonna try to hop on for like an hour, maybe at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
By the way, this is officially the Paul Thorpe edition. Okay. Disable the super chats. That's a genius idea. Snacks. Disable the super chats. Yes. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Hodinky said that these are the best watches of this year.
Oh, that whole page? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And you see this? You see this? They did like the two-tone Explorer one. Even Hodinky knows what's up. I actually, you know what? This Tissot PRX is genius. No, not genius.
I was looking at it for a second because I don't really. Once the Pelagos goes, I'll need a blue dial watch. So.
Yeah, it's like what's it called? It's a Royal Oak on the budget. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Genta-ish.
Yeah, and what is it? It's only quartz is $375. That's a not bad watch. Yeah. This is a perfect quartz to get, I think.
Yeah, it's
650 for automatic. I think stay away from the automatic. If the case is the same quality construction, then that could be a great little beater.
The quartz?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what kind of movement it has in it. Automatic, but
probably
going
to be
get the sports.
It's gonna be some shitter movement. Let's be honest. It's not.
It's TSO, yeah.
Yeah. Still, it's pretty cool. What is this? Certina?
A Certina. That looks familiar. I feel like I've seen that on Instagram before.
Yeah, Mark. I didn't know what a CAD was. I kid you not.
What is a CAD?
Weird. Right?
What is a CAD?
I forgot. Apparently, it's
It's
like
computer-aided drafting.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
I know what
it's-
AutoCAD is.
Yeah. No, it's generally a term you use for someone who's
Archie was saying
kind
that
of a
Timepiece
player,
Gentleman
right?
was CAD.
Yeah, he's sort of a cat, I guess. It really depends on the context and what they're doing and all that. But
Yeah.
you don't see it often. So I'll give you
Oh,
that.
by the way, look at this. This is actually this watch on the rainbow. Actually, on these rainbow NATOs, it looks so good.
Oh, you're talking the Milgauss?
The Milgauss. This is a sleeper, guys.
The white
it's
dial
still
Milgauss.
dirt
yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
White dial Milgauss.
Think about it. Look how it looks so cool.
Damn,
on
look how
these.
scratched up that is.
Yeah, he's really
I mean, he's
wearing
using
the hell out of this
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Look, he's wearing them on the NATOs, and it looks so fun. Look at this. All these NATOs, you can just fuck around with this. That's a perfect watch to put on colorful NATOs.
Yeah.
It's really zesty watch.
Yeah.
Perfect California watch.
Look at the bracelets.
blue.
It's all beat up.
Look at it. He's
Hey,
so
dude,
fun. He's got this Mercedes.
Rico Ted said his Z Blue came in. I don't know if you heard, but yeah.
So,
He really likes it. He's having a blast with
Z
it.
Blue is beautiful.
It's nice.
It's expensive, but
Yeah,
Awesome
he did David SW. So
yeah, David SW, guys.
David SW has a great watch collection. There's a video of him going through it. He's got some great watches.
oh, his personal. Okay, got it.
Yeah, his personal collection is
Nice.
really cool. Really cool.
It's on YouTube or what? I gotta check it out.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
on YouTube. It's a lot of vintage pieces. He has like the 24 karat root beer, like the pre-ceramic one.
Mhm.
Very nice. Very nice.
See, I look at this collection and I think the Rolex is the best one here, right? Because this is a Swatch, this is some shitter, that's an Omega, another shitter. But like, if he had more quality watches in this fun category, I think it would be pretty cool, right? Actually, this collection has a theme of like quirky, fun watches. That's something I haven't seen. This is so fun. Look at this.
Whose is it?
Fuck.
Like, is he a?
It's some ice cream businessman,
Okay.
some owner of big ice
He's
cream.
got that
place.
vintage SL, the 450. Yeah.
Look at this.
Very cool.
Ice cream.
Oh yeah, that's old school. Merc.
Yeah. I like it on that NATO, on the rainbow flag NATO. It looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And perfect for the ice cream because it looks like sprinkles.
Right. Matches.
So look at that. Oh, that's a cool shot. In the
A
sprinkles.
white dial Milgauss. I don't think I've ever even seen one in person.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Seen him online.
Totally underrated. Wow. And it's been so cheap.
Yeah, are they even going retail at all, or is it?
Actually, let's go to
Yeah, what are they going for online?
Chrono 20. Let's just double check. Yeah. White Mill. It's gonna fill it out. Milgauss. Whoa! What the hell? Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, that's crazy. It's because stainless steel. Okay. Wait. They were for 5,000. They used to go for 5K. The price is fucking.
Yeah, it looks like they're
Hold on,
jumping
hold on.
up.
Let me get the. You know what? Let's just. Wow. Hold on. Let me get a reference number. These were 5,000.
I believe you.
What?
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember looking up the Milgausses sometime last year, and they were way less than this.
The black now is cheaper than the white. What the fuck happened?
Oh, it's the other way around? Really? Okay.
1 second, I'll be right back.
We slept
Yeah,
too
these
long.
polar dials seem to always somehow, go higher than the.
Maybe it's
black
just
ones.
on Chrono. Maybe it's just on Chrono. Let's not panic.
Nah, it's gonna be everywhere. Yeah, I remember last year too. You could probably pick up a Polar 40 mil Explorer for.
It's 9,600. Are you kidding me? Shit, these were 5,000 guys. 5,000, and now they doubled. I can't believe it. I'm sorry. I raised your hopes, and I.
Does that have a
dashed.
Polish Center
Yes,
link or okay?
polished.
I thought I was saying thing.
You know, I would pay 5,000 for the one that's beat to shit.
Mhm.
I think actually the more beat to shit it is, the better it looks. This one is actually, it's very minty. Minty. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. This sucks. This really sucks. This was a $5,000 Rolex.
Yep. You need to make an apology video.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Actually, you know
I'm
what? There might be
sorry.
actually a price.
I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Where's Burbank Hard with the? How dare
I'm
you?
sorry. That'd be so funny. Just a video of Timepiece Gentleman bloopers for his apology video. I'm sorry. Yeah, I spoke to my AD today, actually.
Yeah.
Nothing. They're like, dude, we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah.
Just women's watches. I almost wish I pulled the trigger on that Air King.
Oh. Yeah, the Air King is actually.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I sent you that video.
Yeah.
That photo.
The
My AD
two
offered
side
me,
by side.
Yeah, he offered me I think I still have the photo. He offered me Date Just Wimbledon smooth bezel. And then he offered me a Air King.
Wow.
Here it is. I should have went for the Air King, I feel like.
Damn.
That was what was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like 2 weeks ago, which is pretty crazy. And he was like, I got a few things before that too. I was like, man, missed him by a day. I think I would still consider a smooth bezel Date Just if it was a pure rhodium dial, like in those old Avatar photos I used to have. I think I would consider that if they were to offer it to me.
Look at this. From 2019, these are sales. They were white Milgausses selling for 5,000. This 5,800 was like average price.
Yeah.
And now it's 8,000. Damn.
Everything's going up.
Style collector. You guys are dedicated tonight. Good job. Hey man,
Like,
thank
I
you.
need to get the charger for my phone.
dedicated.
My phone's
Yeah.
at 1%. I'm about to die.
Okay, that's it. Let's end it here.
Yeah.
Hey guys. No, Joe. That's it. I cannot handle this anymore.
Sorry, Joe.
I'm gonna pass out. I just had
I'm
to
gonna
get
jump
to
into
this
you.
price. That's crazy. Wow.
Insanity.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Lolex.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ADC. Shout out to Burbank Hard. O'Sheen, our good man. That was incredible. Thank you, JJ. And actually Archie jumped on for like 5 minutes, which was pretty cool of him. Yeah, this was hell of a show. 3 hours. I'm gonna make chapters for this one because damn. No more TPG talk. There's not gonna be TPG talk for at least a week because there's gonna be nothing. He said he's going radio silent, so let's hope so. And look how much O'Sheen enjoyed just talking watches. That was really cool.
Good.
So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye everybody.
Bye, everyone.